My beloved child, this is it. This is my last attempt to reach out to you, to speak directly to your heart. I have tried so many times before, in so many ways, to get through to you, but it seems like my voice has been drowned out by the noise of the world. But I refuse to give up on you, not until I have given you everything I have. So please, listen carefully, because this message might be the most important one you will ever receive. First, you need to know that I have always been here. From the moment you took your first breath, I have been by your side. Even when you felt alone, even when you thought no one cared, I was there. Every tear you shed, every laugh you shared, I witnessed it all. I have been with you through the highs and the lows, through the joys and the sorrows. I have never left you, not even for a moment. There have been times when you felt my presence, and there have been times when you felt like I was a million miles away. But I want you to understand that I have never been distant. It was you who distanced yourself from me. The distractions of the world, the worries, the fears, they built a wall between us. But even behind that wall, I was reaching out to you, trying to find a way in. Over the years, I have tried to speak to you in countless ways. Through the beauty of creation, I whispered my love for you in the gentle breeze, in the warmth of the sun, in the sound of the rain. Through the people in your life, I sent you messages of encouragement, of love, of wisdom. Through your experiences, both good and bad, I sought to teach you, to guide you, to draw you closer to me. My precious one, if you desire the fullness of my blessings, simply trust and proclaim it. Type, yes, I need, and I will meet you with overflowing grace. I have tried to reach you through your dreams, through your intuition, through those moments of stillness when your soul was quiet enough to hear my voice. I have even tried to reach you through the pain you felt, hoping that it would lead you to seek comfort in me. But time and time again, my attempts have gone unnoticed or unheeded. You were too busy, too distracted, too caught up in the cares of this world to notice my hand reaching out to you. And now, my child, I am making one final attempt to speak to you, because I do not want to lose you. I want you to know, beyond any shadow of a doubt, that I love you. My love for you is not based on what you have done or who you are in the eyes of the world. It is not conditional on your success, your failures, or your mistakes. I love you simply because you are mine. You are my creation, my beloved child, and nothing you could ever do will change that. But my love is not something that can be forced upon you. Love, by its very nature, requires a response. It is a gift that must be accepted willingly. And that is what I'm asking of you now, to accept my love, to open your heart to it, to let it transform your life. You have searched for love in many places, in relationships, in achievements, in material things, but none of them have truly satisfied you, have they? That is because the love you are searching for can only be found in me. My love is the only love that is perfect, unchanging, and eternal. It is the only love that will fill the void in your heart and give you the peace you so desperately seek. You were not created by accident. You are not a random occurrence in the universe. I created you with a purpose, a plan, and a destiny. You may not see it now, but your life has meaning. There is a reason you are here, and that reason is part of my grand design. But to fulfill that purpose, you must be willing to walk the path I have set before you. It is not always an easy path. In fact, it is often filled with challenges, trials, and obstacles. But it is the path that leads to true fulfillment, true joy, and true peace. I know there have been times when you questioned your purpose, when you wondered if your life had any meaning at all. But I want you to know that every step you take, every choice you make, is part of a greater plan. Even your mistakes, your failures, and your setbacks can be used for good if you are willing to trust me and follow my lead. One of the greatest gifts I've given you is free will, the ability to choose. You are not a puppet on a string, controlled by fate or circumstance. You have the power to make choices, to determine the course of your life. But with that power comes responsibility. I have given you the freedom to choose your own path. But I also want you to understand that your choices have consequences. The decisions you make today will shape your tomorrow. That is why it is so important to choose wisely, to seek wisdom, to listen to my guidance. I will not force you to choose me. I will not force you to walk the path I have set before you. But I am asking you and pleading with you to consider the choices you are making. Are they leading you toward the life you truly want? Are they bringing you closer to me? Or are they taking you further away? You have looked to the world to give you what only I can provide. You have sought fulfillment in things that are temporary, fleeting, and ultimately empty. The world promises happiness, success, and satisfaction, but it can never truly deliver on those promises. My beloved child, if this message has touched your heart, show your love by pressing that like button. Let this small act be a testimony of your faith. The things of this world, money, power, status, possessions, are not inherently bad. But they are not the source of true happiness. They are not the things that will fill the emptiness in your heart. That emptiness can only be filled by me. You have tried to find your identity in what you do, in what you have, in how others see you. But your true identity is found in me. You are my child, and that is the only identity that truly matters. Everything else is secondary. My child, time is precious, and it is running out. You do not know how much time you have left on this earth. None of us do. That is why it is so important to make the most of every moment, to live with purpose, and to seek the things that truly matter. Do not wait until it is too late to turn to me. Do not wait until you are on your deathbed to realize that the things you chased after in life were meaningless. Do not wait until you have lost everything to understand that I am the only one who can give you what you truly need. Now is the time to turn to me. Now is the time to seek me with all your heart. Do not put it off any longer, because you may not get another chance. This is my last attempt to reach you, to draw you back to me, to offer you the life you were always meant to live. I know you have made mistakes. I know you have done things you regret, but I want you to know that you are forgiven. My grace is greater than any sin, any failure, any mistake you have ever made. There is nothing you have done that is beyond my ability to forgive, but forgiveness is not something that can be earned. It is a gift that must be accepted. All you have to do is come to me with a humble heart and ask for it. I am ready and willing to forgive you, to wipe the slate clean, to give you a fresh start. Do not let guilt, shame, or regret keep you from coming to me. I do not condemn you. I love you, and I want nothing more than to see you free from the burdens you carry. Lay them at my feet, and I will take them from you. I will give you peace, healing, and restoration. No matter how far you have strayed, no matter how lost you feel, there is still hope. As long as you have breath in your lungs, there is hope for a new beginning. I have the power to redeem even the darkest of circumstances, to bring beauty from ashes, to turn mourning into joy. But you must be willing to let go of the past, to let go of the things that are holding you back, and to step into the future I have prepared for you. It is not too late to change, to grow, to become the person you were always meant to be. The road ahead may be difficult, but I will be with you every step of the way. I will guide you, strengthen you, and carry you when you are too weak to walk on your own. All I ask is that you trust me, that you take my hand and let me lead you. In the end, the choice is yours. I have done everything I can to reach you, to show you my love, to offer you the life you were created to live. But I cannot make the choice for you. Only you can decide whether to accept my love, to follow my path, to live the life I have planned for you. This is my last attempt to talk to you because I respect your free will. I will not force myself into your life. But I want you to know that my heart aches for you, that I long to be close to you, that I want nothing more than to see you live a life filled with love, joy, and peace. So I am asking you, my beloved child, to make the choice today. Choose life, choose love, choose me. Do not let this moment pass you by. Do not let this opportunity slip through your fingers. This is your chance to change the course of your life, to find the happiness and fulfillment you have been searching for. I have said all that I can say. I have done all that I can do. What happens next is up to you. You can choose to ignore this message, to go on living as you have been, or you can choose to take a step of faith, to open your heart to me, to let me into your life. I know it is not an easy decision. I know it requires courage, trust, and a willingness to let go of the past. But I promise you, if you choose to take this step, you will not regret it. I will be with you every step of the way, and I will help you become the person you were always meant to be. Even though this is my last attempt to reach out to you, I want you to know that my door is always open. I will never turn you away if you choose to come to me, no matter how long it takes. My love for you is eternal, and I will always be here, waiting with open arms, ready to welcome you home. But do not wait too long, my child. The world is uncertain, and time is fleeting. The longer you wait, the harder it may become to find your way back. So please, do not delay. Come to me now, while there is still time, while your heart is still open. Finally, I want you to know that you are not alone. Even if you feel isolated, abandoned, or misunderstood, I am with you. I have always been with you, and I will never leave you. You are my beloved child, and I will never give up on you. So take heart, my child. No matter what you are facing, no matter how dark the road ahead may seem, you are not walking it alone. I am here, and I am ready to help you, to guide you, and to carry you through whatever comes your way. As I bring this message to a close, I want to leave you with a final word of encouragement. You are stronger than you realize, braver than you know, and more loved than you can imagine. You have within you the potential for greatness, the capacity for love, and the ability to make a difference in this world. Do not let fear, doubt, or the opinions of others hold you back. You have been given a gift, the gift of life. Use it wisely, live it fully, and never forget that you are loved beyond measure. I believe in you, my child. I always have, and I always will. Now it is time for you to believe in yourself, to take that step of faith, and to embrace the life you were meant to live. Dear child, your super thanks is a vital part of our mission to spread God's message of love and wisdom. Click the super thanks button to stand with me in guiding others toward the light. May endless blessings flow back to you. My beloved child, you're blessed because you're mine, sweet child. Don't listen too closely to the enemy's machinations in this time of distraction and turbulence. Pay your heed through me. Each time, Mayete, I'll offset the lies devils tell with my truth. Others will report to you of affliction and bondage. Direct these reports toward my words of freedom and deliverance. Reports strengthen the enemy. Redirect them into the empowerment of faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. It is the evidence of things not seen according to my declarations. Never let go of the reality of this, irrespective of what the natural circumstances dictate. The enemy will try his hardest to stop your rising faith because radical trust in who I am unleashes unreal breakthrough miracles. The moment you grab the authority of faith, chains fall and you accelerate into your divine destiny. You become who I created you to be. Sometimes you need a fresh revelation of what real faith looks like. Hold to my word in the face of opposing facts. Envision yourself healthy and whole. Call sickness a lying intruder. See money moving through your life freely. Call lack a deceiver. Hold to my word regardless of the attack. In the midst of anxious thoughts or fears when your mind bombards you, see the schemes of the adversary. Of a sound mind, I am your children given. Speak out loud to the mental oppressors and command them in the name of Jesus to bow. I ask that you remind them of my triumph over every dominion and authority. You share in my victory, wield it boldly. Even praising me out loud scares off demons, as they cannot comprehend joy in their presence. Now, when my glory is stretched out fully, thanksgiving displaces falsehood in your mind, and all the lying troubles are chased out when compared with the light of my lordship. I am enthroned over every issue you face, be it sickness, lack, or anxiety. I am accelerating in these, your days, Plans that used to take years are now happening in mere months. Prepare to see long-deferred advances burst into grand view. The floodgates are open, the abundance is on course. See how, by the force of the advancing kingdom, even the most ancient walls tumble down. All your hopes on behalf of your patients are suddenly infused with reality. For did I not say, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard the wonders I prepare for those who love me? I take your mustard seed and magnify it into a tree bearing rich fruit. You've not dreamt big enough. Trust my response. The desires that I have placed in your heart are such a small reflection of what I am willing to do. Ask for a mate and I will send you the greatest lover that ever lived, and that person will use all that love in your service. Knock and I will open for you mansion, rooms bursting with joy. Yell for finances and I shall flood you with abundance, greater than what you ever asked. Such is my delight. I'm the giver and am withholding no good in these last days. Keep your spiritual eyes open to see my glory displayed through signs and wonders, the lame walking, the deaf hearing, the dead raised to life. So many traveling ministers are staying home, church services not being disrupted and invaded by my manifested presence and demonstrating of the power of heaven. Many will say that these miracles ceased with the scripture. Did I not promise you that you would do greater works through my Spirit living inside of you? Be watchful for waves of healings, deliverances, and salvations to spread like wildfire. Mass harvests as millions come into my kingdom will result from the manifestations of my power and authority through believers. My glory manifested leaves no room for hardcore unbelief. Your lands will be saturated with colorful conversions and with communities that live out my values of justice in a bright and glowing way. Light always wins over darkness, and my light from you is winning over. I'm bringing forth incredibly unexpected heroes for this last day move, hearts that fully belong to me, with no hidden agenda but living to know me deeper to make my good known. These will be my secret carriers across oceans. Their fire awakens purity and purpose in all they touch. I'll loose fresh revelation for such a time you were made. Say yes to the wild adventures I have prepared, assignments unmatched to your skills and talents to display my greatness, not yours. Behold, I fashion vessels fit for my use. Yield to the potter's hands, shaping you through strange trials. Embrace the unexpected journey, stay near the cross as increased fame and influence tempt subtle pride. And uphold one another in prayer, guarding the humility of your community. Ministry flows naturally from abiding in my love, and protect that soul connection above all. Never can you afford to shrink back in false humility or fear. No weapon formed against you prospers as you advance at my command. Your flanks are shielded by angels who will go for us into the silences, revealing what is now veiled between the realms seen and unseen. They will translate all the mysteries of science and society, seen through heaven's eyes. They will draw from wisdom that is centuries deep, from my sages who surround you as a cloud of witnesses. All you have to do is ask. Ask who's going to release long-frozen wealth transfers into my kingdom, breaking demonic strongholds of poverty. Ask who's going to legislate heaven's reforms under earthly governments, unseating thrones of corruption. Ask who's going to birth artistic genius and innovation, drawing beauty out to restore desolate places. The wind of the Spirit blows where He wants for you specifically. I am accelerating blessing and influence in this hour. I enlarge your territory and expand your influence, yes, for my glory, but also because it is my joy to give you the kingdom. I see the heart's desire to be the voice for the voiceless, and I will undergird every single selfless dream with my supernatural strategy. Fear not, only believe. The possibilities are through all eternity, and most walk out only a small piece during their earth walk. How much would you allow me to write through your availability? Dare to go deeper in trusting my narrative. Something like those pioneers of affiance who had me leading where they could not see. Their legacies inspiring and turn the generations. Say the word and I will part seas, tear down walls, still storms before you. Sky's the limit when I direct your steps. Keep an ear tuned to my whisper. Sometimes I call you into seasons of quiet rest and regathering strength. Sometimes, I am rising you into radical risks and acceleration. Adapt those rhythms to mine in a way that builds resilience. Allow me to set the pace. Let me build maturity and wisdom in you. I did never promise easy or comfortable ways, yet as yes commit them to me, I will make your path straight. When crooked roads hence arise, then trust my redemptive purpose hidden from view. The gold coming out of the fires of patience and character is what I fashion. Trials are tailor-made as custom to strengthen the gifts for greater responsibility. Your commission takes time. Dear child, if this message has stirred your spirit, let your response be known by hitting the like button. It is a simple way to reflect the love I've placed in your heart. But think about Job, Joseph, and David, saints of old who certainly went through more than they could bear, but through persevering faith, were preserved long enough to witness my vindication and bountiful restoration in an appointed time. Not one of those who wait will be put to shame. Every loss is restored. Hold on to that hope. I am building an airtight case against that cruel accuser of yours, and I will settle all accounts perfectly. When I pronounce you innocent, wrongs are made right, none can refute. At that moment, with tears of joy in your eyes, you will know why your journey was ordained. Today, for now, forgive all debts against you as I forgave your debts. Break the curses through blessing those who persecute you. Keep love on enemies, and it burns away hatred's grip from their hearts. You represent me in dispensing radical grace and compassion. This is my kingdom come, when you are confined by condemnation, disappointment, or sound arguments. Do not accept limits. See from my perspective of limitless potential in you. Renew your mind in my word until you think unlocked thoughts aligned with truth. You can do all things through my power within. In all things big or small, seek wisdom first. Listen for my whisper guiding your decisions. Train your ear to the time spent with me, for noise and busyness distort your hearing. My voice is clear in stillness and solitude. Learn to tarry with an internal compass. Big dreams require big faith fueled by revelation about my loving character. You do most in unseen realms as my great story writes itself through your willingness. Believe it overwhelmingly, for it is written, eye has not seen, ear has not heard, neither has the human heart conceived the wonders I have prepared for those who love me. Yes, for you, my well-beloved one, I shall fashion delights beyond your imagination, custom-made to delight your soul. Streams of joy will overflow the banks of your heart. Waves of wonder will immerse your spirit with awe. The beams after beams of my glory will light up your understanding until you know even as you are known. Does all this seem too astonishing, too fantastical, too wonderful to believe? Child, you have seen only the hem of my royal robe. You dwell in the outer courts of my love, but I call you deeper still. I am calling you into my holy of holies to look at things no eye has seen, to enjoy pleasures no heart has ever felt. As far apart as the heavens from the earth, are my thoughts far away from yours, and my ways far above your ways. Though the shadows lengthen, dawn's first light is breaking. I am coming quickly, I shall not delay, and no one can hinder the day. The stars rise, the day is dawning, a day of wonder, a day of restoration. God will restore the years the locusts have eaten. He will raise up the ancient ruins. Beauty will rise from the ashes, strength from fear. Elation will crush mourning, and praise will supplant despair. The great party is about to begin, and you, my child, will be in the middle of it all. Eyes that shall beam with delight shall be mine to use alone, unscaled by mundane tears. With smiles that shall illumine faces long since learning how not to weep, and laughter spilling clean from hearts surging over with joy. Even now, unseen to these earthly eyes, behold, I give angels charge concerning you. The things which make for your peace guard your steps, lest you strike against a stone your foot, making you a storm of devouring fire, so every arrow of the enemy can't find its mark. Keep an ear attuned to my whisper. Sometimes I call you into seasons of quiet rest and regathering of strength. Other times I launch you into seasons of radical risk and acceleration. Building resilience means adapting rhythms to sync with my direction. Let me set the pace as I develop maturity and wisdom in you. I promise not easy nor comfortable ways, but I sure will make your steps straight as you commit them to me. And when the twisted roads arise, The trust is in the redemptive purpose hidden from view, the gold coming out of fires of patience and character. I custom craft trials to strengthen your gifts in preparation for heavier responsibility. Your commission unfolds only with waiting. Think of Job, Joseph, and David, the old saints, from whom sufferings and sorrow wrung cries of despair. But patient love kept them to behold my justifying and abundant reparation, come according to the appointed time. There is no one who will be put to shame who waits upon me. All consumption shall be redeemed again. I cling to one hope, to be able to present against the relentless prosecutor, my opponent the accuser, a really watertight case, and so establish that whatever the score, a perfectly even balance, it shall all be in my favor. Wrongs I shall right by the plea of innocence, against which not one can be held up. It's just then that you will cry with joy. We did not travel through the dark in vain. So now I advise you, clear the debt others owe you, just as I erase your debts. I break the curse that was caused by the evil. For all who mistreat you, I will bless. You heap love on enemies, and it burns away hatred's grip from their hearts. You represent me in giving out radical grace and compassion. This is my kingdom come. When condemnation, disappointment, or sound arguments enclose you, refuse limits. See from my perspective of limitless potential in you. Renew your mind in my word until you think unlocked thoughts that are aligned with the truth. You can do all things through my power within. Through all things, big and small, allow wisdom to guide as you seek to hear my whisper directing your choices. Let your ear be directed by the time spent with me. Noise and busyness block and distort your hearing. In quietness and tranquility, my still small voice will come. Learn to wait on your internal GPS navigation. Big dreams need big faith kindled through revelation of my loving character. You accomplish the most in the unseen world. For your grand saga to be authored by the story itself through your willingness will be a powerful one. Believe with all your heart, for it is said, eye hath not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man, the things which God hath prepared for them that love him. I shall craft, my love, for you delights beyond dreaming, custom tailored to seduce your soul. Then rivers of delight will glut the banks of your soul. Oceans of marvel will fill you with wonder. Beam after beam of my glory will light up your understanding until you know even as you are known. Does all this sound too wonderful? Too strange? Too good to be true? Child, you have been looking at the hem of my royal robe. You live in the outward courts of my love, but I call you deeper still. I call you into the Holy of Holies, to see secrets there revealed, to share sights shut out from joys and left unwon. For as the heaven is high above the earth, so high are my ways above your ways and my thoughts above your thoughts. Feeding now on the foreglow from this emerging light. I'm coming soon, quick, I will be coming, and nothing can stop the day. Stars rise, a new day is dawning, a day of wonders, a day of restoration. My beloved child, share this light with those who need it most. Pass this message on to uplift the weary hearts around you. Years that the locust has eaten shall be replaced, and the ancient ruins rebuilt. Beauty for ashes, strength for fear, gladness for mourning, praise for fainting. And now, the great long expected is set to be at hand, and thou, my child, shall have the place and seat of honor at the feast. The eyes that too frequently look with earthly sorrow fix their beams of gladness only on me. Radiant smiles shall glisten on faces that have forgotten how to weep. The laughter shall spill freely from hearts that are filled to overflowing with gladness. Yet even now, unseen by earthly eyes, angelic hosts encamp round about you, guarding your steps lest you strike your foot against a stone. Holy fire engulfs you so no arrow of the evil one can find its mark. Wisps of the glory light dance upon your shoulders, flickers of my presence gently play upon your brow. Do you feel my love enfolding you now? The whisper of my spirit calling you deeper still? Now hear this promise. O loved one, I am about to orchestrate a sudden turnaround in your circumstances. Whirlwind of grace that will lift you into new vistas with your God. Ah, dear one, how you have walked so long in that lonely valley of despair. But the daybreak breaks. Radiant light dispels the gloom and ushers in a new day. Your weeping turns to laughter. your weariness being displaced by vigor. Too wonderful for you, too improbable. My dear one, with me, all things are possible, and thus this turn shall be utterly complete, without lack, without loss. No single streak of darkness shall there remain to mar the landscape of your joy. For doubts and fears shall vanish like mist before the sunrise. Failures and disappointments will fade from memory. Brokenness shall be healed, iniquity cleansed, and joy, which was lost, shall be returned sevenfold. I will put again a new song in thy mouth, even praise unto our God. I will restore what the locust hath eaten in the battle. Every seed sown in tears I will water with showers of grace until gardens of delight spring forth. Every dream stolen, crushed, forgotten shall rise at my feet. Every promise once believed, now impossible, shall bud, blossom, and bear bountiful fruit at my word. Hear me, beloved child, I will make thorough work of this transformation, omitting not one detail of my wild extravagance of grace toward you. Where once you saw scarcity, lack, leanness of soul, now shall abundance overflow. Where once you limped, now you will leap for joy. Where once you strained to hear my whispers, now you can dance to the sound of my laughter. And this work I shall perform speedily, for I take no delight in the sufferings of my children, nor am I he who holds back when my beloved cries for help. Fear not, for at the first cry of your whimper, I mobilize battalions into action and send angel armies to plead your cause. And while I permit, for a season, trials to forge the muscle of faith in you, I yet put limits upon every storm, not one moment longer than needed. At the right moment, I stood up and rebuked the wind, saying, "Be still, peace." And with this word spoken, as commanded, the raging sea became tamed. And so with you, dear one. The night of storms is almost over. The winds are already shifting now in answer to your heart cry. Soon you will feel gentle breezes that carry healing, refreshment, and new beginnings. This is my great joy, my highest delight to blot out every tear, rub away every scar, heal every wound, restore what's been lost until laments turn to laughter. Dear one, I am raising up gardens of life from cemeteries of dashed hopes, and the richest soil I have saved for you. The most extravagant display of resurrection power is now bursting forth in your life. Can you perceive the invisible seeds I have planted, watered, and tended faithfully until their delivery day dawns? The green pastures carpet, verdant, I am unfurling before you. Even now, the feast I am spreading for you in the presence of all those who opposed, doubted, and discouraged. The storm clouds are dissolving. Even now, the winds of change carry whispered promises of better days soon coming. The night is galloping away very fast. Pale tints of purple announce the dawn. Arise, poor heart, from that couch of despondency, fling open wide the shutters of your soul, and let in your new day. Yet I think I detect hesitation and caution. Can this really be? After all these years? And what if you do dare to hope again? Only to have the rug pulled from under your feet once more. My child, have I not said, trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. Bring to me the contribution of your mustard seed of faith, that small seed of hope which even now flickers in your heart, and watch what miracles I perform. But how, I hear you cry, after all this time, all these years wasted, all ground lost, how can it ever be restored now? Dear beloved, is there anything too hard for me? Shall I, who summoned a word and the world was, be limited in making your life, my beloved, a cause of glory and a wonder? All those years that seemed lost, efforts wasted, dreams derailed are nothing but raw materials from which I am building a trophy of my grace. I know what I am building, child. I know how glorious the final reveal shall be. Hush now, your fretful questioning, and watch your miracle-working God display his glory. No foretaste you have thus far witnessed can approach the extravagance I am about to unleash into your days. At the 11th hour comes the greatest display of my resurrection power. So stir up holy anticipation in your soul. Displace fear and unbelief from the hiding places. Make way for holy boldness to arise, boldness to hope, boldness to dream again. Indeed, the King returns your dominion over your inner atmosphere, beloved. With childlike faith, you can command the leaves of unbelief and fear to shrivel. Even now, speak full of hope words over bare places, and green sprigs of possibility will spring up in response to the atmospheric shift. Speak my goodness over people in praise, and strongholds of despair will fall at the shout. Decree my promises over people's lives in prayer, and ancient chains shatter. As you crooked paths straighten, rough places become plain, sorrow gives way to, and align your perspective with mine. Now is the time for fearless faith, beloved. Do away with restraints and dare to believe in miracles that reach far beyond human comprehension. Have you not read in my word where I said you would do greater works than even these you have seen? Impress and grow your vision, widen your faith, enlarge your petitions, increase your decrees. Partner with the intercession of my spirit exploding in the inner self, and watch heaven come down to kiss the earth in transformation right there where you stand. Nothing, my child, not one ache of the past nor anxious thought of tomorrow can overshadow the brilliance of what I am birthing in your now. Seeds sown in faith and watered with obedience are ripening into a harvest of blessing beyond your wildest dreams. Even in the midnight moments of hardship and trials, can you not sense the blossom of those promises laying in your spirit? The sound of marching that much closer, that brings the breakthrough of battles hard won. Are the very host of heaven's armies about to shout your victory cry, small fighter? Splashes of glory, favor, and increase from your God are about to honor this stepped-out faith of yours with eye-dazzling, rising waves of praise. My child, you have no idea about the fullness of blessings that are going to overtake you. Even while you feel forsaken, I am planning a celebration feast, and I am even now engraving your name upon hidden manna I am about to serve. And while you walk sightless in this brief darkness, I am lighting golden strands of my glory light to illuminate all of your pathways into joy. Even as fear is at the doorstep, I dispatch battalions of angel armies to utterly decimate it and wage war for the peace that I promise is yours. So gird up the loins of your soul, beloved, and stand resolute. Victory is assured and your triumph at hand. Not a moment longer will I permit this assault on your family. Not one more day shall the enemy impede and oppress what I am building through you. Divine judgment has been pronounced, the verdict of heaven declared in your favor, for it is written, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper." So keep your eyes on me, the author and the finisher of your faith. I shall uphold you, satisfy you with the good of my house. I'll perfect all that concerns you, so trust in my plan, my power, my purpose concerning you. Dear one, as this new era dawns, walk in great wisdom and discernment. Always be aware of the great work of reconciliation which I am doing in your life. Don't let yourself get caught up in or drawn into petty differences of opinion, nor do anything at all that could be used to catch you into the disputes and dramas of others. I have called you not to internal chaos, but to kingdom peace. Protect this at all cost, and refuse to partner with those flowing in a contrary spirit. As it is written, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God." Choose peace, pursue peace, radiate my peace. And now, may my glorious, wraparound presence permeate you, shield and shelter in times of storm. May strands of divine destiny bind every step you make towards deeper intimacy with me. May every desire come true and every dream be set loose in life. May every promise dear to you increasingly manifest in your life the more you allow yourself to be surrendered to my transforming work to lift you ever higher, love you ever greater, as I fashion you into an ever more powerful conduit for my glory to this world I cherish. For I have set before thee the way of life, yet there are many avenues which may lead thee astray. Guard thy mind, for out of it flow the issues of life. Bring every thought into captivity and make it obedient to my truth. Do not respond to voices of accusation and strife. Recognize them not as mine own. You shall not lack those who scoff at my ways, speaking messages contradictory to my word. Their folly bids you into vain disputes, but thou, my beloved, shalt not be moved. When they shoot at thy heart with words like flying arrows, be still and know that I am God. I, your rock, your refuge, your strong tower. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is perfected in weakness. My meek and quiet spirit I love comes from the position of strongest strength. It's a heart anchored in my truth, rooted too deep to topple at the momentary gusts of vitriol from some foolish man. Vengeance is mine, I will repay. This is no passive surrender to abuse, but an act of valiant trust in my faithfulness. I want to assure you, my child, that I am perfectly capable of defending you and revealing all hidden things in my timing. Your role is very simple. Refuse to take the bait and do not insert yourself into conflicts I never ordained. I will handle the rest. These are smokescreen attacks against you, merely to sidetrack from what I am doing within my work. Keep your eyes on that not seen, not the disruption before you. Keep holding on to my promises and cling to my word, for it does not fail. Abide in the inner work of uprooting lies and sowing truth as you abide in the knowledge of who you are in me, and rest in confident assurance about your identity. Then the storms around you become faint in the background. My priority is the purification of your heart and the renewing of your mind to align more closely with my own. As you submit to my ways, as you trust my heart toward you, even miraculous fruit will come forth from the ashes. What the enemy meant for evil, I easily turn for your good. So must this be your attitude. Be constantly on your guard against manipulations operating against you. Those strategies are marvelously tailored to pull a different string on each person by his or her own weaknesses and tendencies. Yet, it has come from the very same diabolical source bent on your demise and the thievery of blessings reserved only for you. He is ruthless and cunning, yet already defeated. Do not be unaware of his devices, but remain wise to his plot and be vigilant against giving him an opening. One such strategy is to use human instruments to disturb your spirit with false accusations. He will take control of weak vessels to throw condemnations against you, aiming to crush your spirit with condemnation for wrongs so heavy that they can't be borne. Words cutting sharply with pointed tips of poison, provoking one to rise in one's own defense. But you must understand that an accusing spirit is not from me, for there is now no condemnation in Christ Jesus. Consequently, such attacks can only serve to rob you of peace and sink daggers of doubt about my thoughts toward you into your heart. Stand unshakable amidst the tremors of such attacks, refusing to accept charges that contradict my word. You have not been given a spirit of fear or timidity, so do not let yourself cower down under the weight of the lies, and neither must you launch counter-assaults to vindicate yourself in your own strength. Just remain calm, for my truth will march on display in due time. Light, I assure you, shall eventually overwhelm all shreds of darkness. All you have to do is stay in the light, no matter how many whirling shadows would sweep in to drag you down into their clutches of darkness. One more particularly pernicious plot they use is casting articulate, leading statements to entice you into argument. The adversary aims to inflame your emotions and seduce you into defending yourself. But you must judge that a contentious spirit does not flow from my peaceful heart, and where there is envy, strife, and discord, you may be sure that rival agendas are at work seeking to sabotage my will. Do not be fooled into engaging in dissension, for belligerence breeds only more turmoil. Stand firm in confidence, knowing unity and harmony hold far greater power, where brethren dwell together in spirit. Knit oneness of mind. Rich blessings flow freely as our delight. So do not retaliate when others speak words to hurt you. Make no repayment to anyone evil for evil. Return with love and conquer hatred. Give place to my righteous anger as you walk in grace toward those still blinded by painful generational wounds and inner chaos. Pray for your enemies, not to nail and tail them into the enemy category, but that shifting tides of revelation may wake them up from such tortured sleepwalking. Though you don't endorse the means of messengers ensnared in bitterness, yet you do retain hope for their redemption. Allow compassion to cushion the sting of their attacks, and walk on in the power of forgiving those who cannot yet grasp the inner freedom they so desperately crave. For in doing so, you heap burning coals upon the enemy's efforts to derail my kingdom purposes. More than anything else, beloved child, I caution you not to mistake this posture of restraint for passivity or weakness. For to absorb the blows of contenders while refusing retaliation requires true spiritual muscle. Anybody can return evil for evil, viciously defending natural inclinations with teeth bared. But my sons and daughters are called to reveal a higher way. Offenses absorbed through a mercy lens that rightly interprets the motivating wounds behind them. And you must let my spirit empower such superhuman responses. This goes far beyond turning the other cheek into defeatist theology in which you offer yourself up for continued abuse. That is nowhere my heart for you. But whenever contests arise, even unfair ones, your greatest power lies not in proving oneself right, but in dissolving hatred's downward spiral through forgiveness. Lay down ego. Refuse the enemy's bait toward fruitless debate. Release those held captive by bitterness, and watch heavenly breakthrough arise from ashes. The argument can't rage on without a sparring partner. So starve contention of its fuel and stand back in awe at how I can and will move on your behalf. For when you refuse to burden yourself with personal offense, for I promise you, vengeance is mine. I alone can judge hearts and motives perfectly, and know precisely how to unmask sinister wolves masquerading behind religious robes. Your work is only to leave space for my judgment gavel, aware that no one taunts a child of the King without provoking my fierce love on their behalf. My angels hearken unto my command, surrounding you. So even while stones fly toward your heart, you do not need to reach down and grab even one to return fire yourself. Offerings as sacrifices of praise allow the depths of pain, unfairly inflicted, to arise. Let your praise in the highest song declare my goodness over your circumstances rather than magnifying negative storms which churn. The moment you lift your eyes above the fray, anchoring your heart fiercely to heaven's realities, you are pulling back that veil for my glorious light to flood through. As my resplendent presence begins to permeate the atmosphere around you, darkness shatters and flees in ultimate terror back to hell, for no power withstands the force of my magnificent brightness. Burst onto the scene, then. Heavenly floodgates open wide with showers meant to soak your soul in joy unspeakable, refreshing, reviving streams for weary parts of you, battering of battle-weary travels. But oh, the beauty birthed through it all. New life sprouts from strife-plowed soil. A prism appears through which to view my glory and experience majestic mysteries. My beloved child, come and be part of this family where my words will uplift your heart. Subscribe to receive messages that will bring light to your soul and strength to your spirit. Let the set time arrives for divine justice to answer cries that pierce the heavens, the hour in which my truth bulldozes strongholds once deemed impossible to take. No matter how cleverly disguised in religious rule books, unholy altars, and false systems of merit, lies begin to unravel in the face of heaven's light. You'll helplessly topple under the heavy weight of my presence, moving mightily on your behalf. Nothing shall thwart my ardor, which has burned for the well-being of my love. When sin would fain launch its destroying plans against those much dear to my heart, then lift thine head, O glad child, and view the stretch of conquest land lying before thee. Rising horizons, once hidden behind black clouds, now glow brilliant and serene. Though forces of hell violently raged against you for a time, their efforts now only fuel triumphs reserved for you. Radiant life bursts forth from ashes that the enemy intended as weapons aimed toward death. Again, you see what he designed for evil? I easily transform toward good every time. It is not the season to hang your head in despair over swirling uncertainties that tempt hearts toward fear. And neither should you give mental energy reacting to those whose words unleash hell's fury. Instead of hope for heaven, this hour calls you higher still, to fix your eyes, not on stormy seas surrounding, but on calmer walking on the mightiest waves, to train your ears upon the sounds of my approaching footsteps, marching ever nearer toward the long-awaited breakthrough. For now is triumph's dawn for every willing son and daughter. Harvests hang heavy, and your outstretched arms would carry bounty prepared for you before this age began. A mantle of sovereignty, heavy with radical blessing uniquely wrapped for you in time. But it comes not to the timid, shying back from challenge, nor to those shrunk in resignation or self-pity. No, no. Kuna arises now within you. Commissions are coming. Boldly declare your claims to promises flowing freely from my throne on high. Be in partnership with angel armies rallying around you. Join your decrees and declarations with what has already been established in heaven, and then watch in amazement as I come crashing mightily onto the earthly scene, unraveling obstacles centuries old, silencing mockers, vindicating my name, and rewarding your faith, all to display the magnificent beauty arising when my children choose to trust me fully with abandon. Beloved, get ready for the great blessings that are just on the way because you have not yet seen the peak of my goodness. You entertained me with your faith and waited patiently, not in vain. You clung hard to the belief in my promises and did not step aside from my teachings. Now, finally, it is time for your joy to be full, with the diving deep into the river of my love, through your faith and patience. Now I intend to give to you all that I have promised. So brace yourself for the blessings that are rightfully yours through faith. Assuredly, my grace and my favor will follow you, no matter what life throws your way. I will never leave you. I will always pour good things into your life. I am calling you this morning to have total trust in me because I am about to do wonders in your life which you have never even thought of. I will open new doors for you, pour miracles into your life, and in your family I will work wonders. Do not be apprehensive about the new experiences that lie ahead. There is no need to fear, for I will be with you through everything you encounter. Remember, I go ahead of you like a mighty giant, clearing your path and prospering your way. Today, I want you to hold these words close to your heart and firmly imprint them in your mind. But I will give you a very great blessing. I will bless your family, your work, and everything you put your hand to. I'll bless your comings and goings, bless your walks over my holy ground. I will make it impossible for anyone or anything to interfere with what I'm going to do in your life. Everything that you ever asked of me, everything you ever dreamed of, these shall be yours, not as a reward for your good works, but simply because I love you so much. Doubt not, only open wide your heart, and you will receive all the blessings in store with me. Remember, I always want the best for you. For it was I who formed you in your mother's womb, claimed you as my own, and gave you a blessed and well inheritance. As your father, I knows your wants and ready to bless and fill you with riches and honor. However, I want you not to lose heart and grow weary in well-doing. Continue praying with weeping. I am a God of answers, and I shall not leave or forsake you. When my answers come, don't think of them as delayed, but as perfectly timed. So my children, you should not despair, nor fret of what the future holds, for all have their appointed time, and all that you pray for, it shall come at the right time. But seek first my kingdom and righteousness, and all other provisions will be well taken care of for you, your family, and all your loved ones. Open thy eyes and thy hearts, for the bounty that I prepared for you is already en route. The blessings that are on their way exceed your greatest imaginations. Believe my assurances, your dreams are about to come into reality. My blessings, free as air, will flood your life freely, fearlessly, as though each step you made were a step to claim them. This day, set your heart to gaiety, shout victory and celebration, loosen your clasp on burdens not yours to carry, and all entanglements. Come and celebrate. Dance in the waters of my love where true freedom and revival can be experienced. After all, I am the God of impossibilities. What appears to be impossible, I will supply with more than sufficient grace. Doors you never thought possible open up, and opportunities you never imagined arise to bring you to new levels of victorious faith and glory. March on, my child. Do not forget that the purpose of every event in life is to bring you closer to bigger discoveries about the huge potential humanity has, and of which you too are a part. Walk with faith, keeping your eyes fixed on me in every circumstance. I am there to encourage you and give you the strength you need. Know today, as you open up your heart so widely and stretch both hands to the heavenlies as I am about to pour down blessings and a variety of gifts unto you, nothing or no one will stop, because it combines perfectly with my eternal will. Don't relent, push forward, because this is an outstanding season of breakthrough victories. Now is your moment to rise, in the middle of the havoc that surrounds you and that which meets your eyes. Do not be distracted. Do not look back, but let your feet continue to move in faith, taking hold of my hand, taking my word to heart and standing fast upon it as truth. Remember, When you walk down those valleys that are shadowed by death, it's always my presence that never leaves you. I am your father, your maker, and your friend. I am your shield, your refuge, and your ever-present help. I really long to support you. I rejoice in blessing you, and I will always be with you. I will never take my presence away or be unfaithful to you. My precious one, if this message has warmed your soul, show your gratitude by liking it. Let your actions be a light that shines for others. I know there are burdens that press on you and things that require your answer, but be sure that all things are possible with me. Nothing will ever be impossible for me to help you through. And so, my dear children, do not hesitate to come a little closer, to bring your petitions to my altar, and to just lay before me what your needs and fears are, all that troubles or stresses you. For in me, you will always find the strength to keep moving forward. Through me, you are going to be blessed abundantly in ways that will lead you to the success of your journey. Don't give in to fears of opposition or troubles of your heart over evil news calculated to destroy your peace. Neither should you tremble before threats from opponents or any frightening medical diagnosis aiming to rob you of your dreams. Always remember that your life is secure in my hands and part of my plans is your well-being. Therefore, always remember that your tomorrow is bright and the future is secure. Therefore, treasure the words which I speak to you today. Cling to my teachings, trust them fully. For I am committed to doing whatever it takes to fulfill every promise that I have made unto you, no matter how flawed or missed the past may have been. I am here to forgive. I long to cleanse you in my redemptive power, washing you from all guilt and regret that stand in your way. Today, I want to heal you, heal your wounds, recover your joy, and make you whole and happy so that your happiness will be full and your cup will run over. My child, believe me and learn how to make your faith fixed on my word because I'm here to prosper you in everything. I will give strength so that nothing stops you, and I will direct you in the way of success and wealth, where on your way, nothing or nobody can stand. Believe me, for each step you take toward that life, the detail of which I have planned out, and I shall guide you in the way that beams with the light of hope, rich in promise, even as a great, surging river overflows with undeserved blessings. Do not be afraid, for every day is another opportunity to reinvent yourself, and the next daybreak is another overflow of my love and grace upon you. Use them to further strengthen and deepen your faith. The mountains before you are only the canvas for a miracle I am about to perform in your life. Do not think about the past, because it has no hold on you now. Today, you start to climb. Now, with new strength, you will surmount every challenge because my powerful hand is on you always. Be strong, my child. Every stride towards your aspirations is a stride towards victory. The very tears you shed in prayer shall be the seeds from which many blessings coming your way shall spring. You are my tender child. I have given to you so much infinite potential waiting to unfold. Though the storms of life will come, remember I will always there to lessen the storm chips and carry you to safety at the shore. Be strong now and into the heavens. Open your eyes toward the sky. The universe conspires to make your dreams a reality. My angels work tirelessly at forging contacts, opportunities, and connections that shall lead you unabashedly toward your life's true purpose. In moving forward, share selflessly with the world. Giving is the avenue through which plenty shall enter your life. Let your life be like a lighthouse, showing others lost in darkness the path leading to me. So lift up your head, strengthen your heart, and go on in the knowledge that I am with you all the way. This way might be strewn with battles and strife, but it also leads to hope, peace, and the actualization of every dream I have put in your heart. Move on, beloved child, your hour of glorious victories is here. No one discourage you on your way to great matters, for that is your personal destiny. Before you were born, before you ever were, you were in my mind and in my heart. You were chosen for a mighty purpose even when you were yet just a formation in your mother's womb. I placed all of these single details of your existence in the balance, that you, having been created with a purpose to fulfill, were given unique talents and abilities to fulfill it. Sometimes you don't realize it, but I have placed helpful people on your path with a hand that has guided and raised these gifts. I have been here, putting all your life experiences together to bring learning and growth, in moments of joy as well as in those of sorrow. Perhaps many may feel, at different junctures in life, that life unravels or that things go sour and there is very little hope for successful outcomes. Be comforted, I am here with you. I have not turned my back on you. I stand by your side to guide and help you in every action. I only wish for you to grow from each adversity, to find strength each time one falls upon you, and to continue with due courage and determination to achieve your goals. There may be moments of solitude and desperation, as it seems that no effort is bearing fruit, but you are never alone. I am ever present, hearing your prayers and guiding your steps. Every obstacle you may encounter serves a purpose, and I can promise that the returns will outweigh the effort. I hope you learn to trust me and will let your dreams and aspirations be in my hands. Trust me, for I have the best in mind for you. The testing to which I subject you will be at times inscrutable, but each will find its balancing place in your growth and in the fulfillment of my promises to you. Be assured my love for you is unconditional and unchanging. Nothing that you do can add to it or take away from it. You are my beloved child, and in my love for you, there is a love that is deep and not human in origin, boundless and endless. My child, my plan for you does not change. I predestined you to prosperity, and so I put opportunity around you and sent angels dressed in human flesh to lift you up and inspire you. These relationships, friends, mentors, and even strangers, are part of my big picture. They are the boosters that blast you toward the destiny I have forged. Embrace them, rely upon them, and seek their counsel, for wisdom dwells in a multitude of counselors. My child, realize that your existence is not something meaningless, and your path is not a coincidence. Search within yourself and accept that an innate beauty and worth are held within. You are created in my image, bearing a divine spark that lights up in every one of your successes. So celebrate your greater and lesser achievements, if you will, and feel proud of what you've done. And when times may seem to be rough on you, be gentle, as growth often comes as a result of challenge. Keep your heart and your eyes open to the new horizons upon which you now embark. You are to trust me, not always to take the path you have chosen, but to the one to which I will bring fulfillment of my promises. Each new day that dawns is a special gift in itself, full of potential for a new beginning guided by my presence. Remember, I am at your side, loving you, upholding you with an eternal love. I wish that you may feel free, joyful, and thrive in every area of your life. Life, with all its twists and turns, can become such a journey. So many times you feel strong and confident, able to take up all challenges, but at other moments, the whole world seems to be resting on your shoulders, and the strength you nurtured disappears into the wind like mist. It is something that I can feel, what you go through. I see how you cope, struggling from day to day, fighting the silent battles. But let me tell you, you are not alone. Even when darkness seems to surround you, know that my light is always by your side, guiding every step you take. There are times when fear attempts to invade your heart, whispering the lie that sometimes you entertain. It says that you are alone and the road ahead is far too uncertain to continue moving on. But let me tell you something. Since the beginning of time, I've been with you, and lo, I am with you alway, even unto the end of the world. Be sure that I am there with you in those cold chills of fear, holding your hand. For I am the one to support you, to hold you through the fiercest stormy weather. Nothing can take you away from my love or snatch you from my presence. Maybe you have been asking yourself, why does it have to be so difficult? Why this steep path, deep trench, and sharp stone? These are fair questions, and I can almost hear them. Now, if these situations have not made sense to you all this while, really, there is a grand plan, a route that I am drawing for you. Even if the steps are still veiled in that veil of uncertainty, trust me. When everything appears to be going against you, and the world seems to be crumbling around you, know that I am leading you to a better place than you can conceive. Child, let my inspiration flow through you. Pass this message to someone in need of my comfort and strength. It's almost profound to trust in something that is not seen, an act of faith, stepping into an unknown path, only because my arms are spread wide open to catch you. And if doubts do come into your mind, and you feel confusion trying to take you by the hand, remember that my wisdom goes beyond what your eyes can see. You don't need to understand it all. Just know I am working for your good, that I am shaping you and readying you for something truly wonderful. Sometimes life storms seem as though the skies will never brighten again, and that the sun will never shine through the clouds. I know you have been through many of these storms, and perhaps you are going through another one now. But I want you to know that I am your strength through any storm. When the winds howl about you and the waves seem as if they would turn you under, remember that I am here at your side, firm as a rock that nothing can disturb. I am He who holds you when your strength gives way, who picks you up when you stumble, who holds you standing when all around you collapses. I see the weariness in your eyes, the weariness that is born of these waves you withstand time, after time, after time. But I say unto you, stand. Do not be weary in well-doing, for in due season you will reap, in due season you will be greatly rewarded. Sometimes it's the greatest blessings that come right after the greatest trials. I know you feel like quitting right now, but I want you to hang in there, to fight on when everything inside of you wants to give up. The challenges you are facing are not the end, but just the path to something greater, to something that is being prepared. You might ask, do I really have to suffer all these things? Why me? You might wonder. But remember, every trial, every challenge is framing you, refining you like gold in the fire. I am using these storms to bind your faith, to prepare you for the blessings that I am keeping for you. There are good things in store for you, if you've just got what it takes to hang in there and not give up, to keep pressing on with your sights set on the goal, to keep going because I'm bringing you to a land of plenty, to a place where your every wildest dream will be fulfilled. Just keep on waiting because I realize that waiting sometimes seems to go on forever, but your faith will be rewarded. Patience does not just mean waiting. It means that while one waits, they have the certain sure confidence that He who has promised is keeping His word. I see your heart. I see it's the one that longs, how much you want it all to be different, the blessings to come, the storm to go away. And I tell you to keep waiting, for in the background, I work miraculously in the preparations of everything, for its right moment. But your reward will be there for you, and when it does, you will learn that whatever you have had to go through was worth it all. In the silent, lonely moments when you feel all alone, you have never been alone. In the times that you think everyone left you alone, that is when the silence really grows loud and loneliness is trying to creep into your heart. I am there. My hand is always extended, open to hold you, to guide and support you. Then, in that moment when your strength seems to have gone, you might not feel my presence physically, but I am there still, sustaining you, walking beside you with each step. There will be a peace, one that passes all understanding, a peace that only I can give you. It is not peace without a problem, but the assurance that you have given me control of everything. Rest your heart, though, for I manage all things. Let not anxiety or fear dominate your minds. Instead, hand your worries over to me. For I court what you do not see, know what you do not know, and I have the ability to change any situation for your good. Trust in me, and I will fill your heart and mind with my peace, a peace that cannot be found anywhere else, that will calm even the fiercest storm. In these times of uncertainty, one loses focus and easily gets shaken by what's going on around them. But I call you to remain firm. My peace is with you, a peace which is not of this world but that dwells in you because I am in you. Come to me when chaos sets out to consume you, when doubts try to infiltrate your mind. Rely on me to weather your soul, the anchor that holds you. Never let chaos drive you. Lean on my word, rely on my love, and stand firm. What has passed, what is already behind you, ceases to hold your present or your future. Allow the past to be past and open yourself to what is new and is coming into your life through me. Do not look back with regret or grief. Look ahead into your future hopefully and expectantly. I am doing something new in your life, something that you have not conceived a vision of yet, but be patient enough. When its time comes, it will show itself. The old things have gone. Here comes everything to be made new. Believe that better things are coming your way and get ready for the new blessings that I am about to pour out on you. Nothing you can do, or mistakes that you make, cannot decrease or cease this love of mine. I have known you long before you were born, yet my love for you has never wavered. Even during those times when you think that you are far from me, I am right there beside you, waiting in patience for you to return to me. Never forget you are loved so completely, loved with an incomprehensible love. It is infinite and unchanging in time. When you doubt your worth, and when the voices of others around you raise their belief that you are not enough, please remember you are precious in my eyes. I've made you with purpose, created you with care. Nothing can change the fact that you are mine and that I am yours. The world may try to tell you differently, but it is my love for you that is truth, that sustains your life. There is peace and love in that care, because it lies at the very core of all I am and all I have for you. Sometimes it feels like the things one hopes for take too much time to materialize, and hope sort of fades. Believe me, good things are really coming. Keep faith, even if right now you don't see it. I'm preparing something wonderful for you, over the top, beyond anything that you could ever imagine. For sure, faith is not seeing it but trusting that whatever it is will happen, knowing in your heart that what I said shall come to pass. Believe that I am in a manner of working to your favor, even when everything around you seems to show something different. Keep believing, keep trusting, for the victory you long for is on its way. Even if the process is longer than you would want it to be, every minute of waiting, every step of the journey, just draws you closer to the fulfillment of the promises I have made to you. You shall not lose hope, because I am with you, leading every step, preparing every minute detail in such a manner that when the right time comes, you will enjoy to the fullest those blessings I had set forth for you. Even through the worst darkness or the toughest trial you think you are in, keep reminding yourself that you are not alone. I am with you, fighting for you, making a way where there's no way, bringing light where there is darkness. Rise. I am with you. No matter how many times you have fallen, I am here to rise you up, to restore you, to give you a second chance. I am the God of second chances, and there is no wrong you can do that I cannot redeem. I know you're struggling, and I shall help you hand it over. I see the battles that you're in, those here, and those unseen, and I am arming you with all that you need to win. However hard it gets, with you in every battle I affirm, encourage, and enable you over every obstacle. Believe in me, for I will lead you to go over every single challenge, and the conquest will be ours to share. Dear child, your super thanks empowers us to spread God's message of love and grace. By clicking the super thanks button, you join me in lighting the path for others. In return, may your life overflow with divine blessings. In that second of giving up or when the weight of the world seems too heavy to carry, perceive that no effort, no step taken in faith is in vain. Do not give up, for I am with you, and what you build at this time, although it is not yet seen to you, is part of something much higher. I notice what you do behind the scene, the sacrifices no one else sees, so be assured. I reward you openly. Every small victory, every moment of perseverance, is being added to something grand that I am preparing for you. Life really can feel like a list of ups and downs, or this back and forth victory, but I tell you to keep pushing. That's because your journey is only beginning. Whatever you've been through now has been part of the preparation. It's been this pathway that has led you to exactly the moment in which I'm going to reveal things you've never dreamt could be true. It will be patience that brings the reward, and faith that is honored with the efforts you've put into this, multiplied in blessings. I know it's hard for you to see the light at the end of the tunnel sometimes, but there is a new light coming and a whole brand new beginning with it. When the nights feel long and the days dark, remember my light is with you. My light will illuminate you in the darkest of moments, and it shall show where your paths are, when all seems so gray and shadowed. I am the light of the world, and this light which is in you will give radiance to the dark. It will drive fear from your midst, and will give hope. How dark soever is the night, always there lies an awaiting dawn, and I will be there for you, throwing light on every move you make. In each morning, there is beauty and a promise of renewal, the opportunity for new opportunities. Each dawn testifies that I renew your life, your strength, your dreams. I renew you each morning because my mercy is new every day. Thus, when you rise up, there am I before thee, and I am ready also to disclose a new day with thee, conducting each step, renewing thy faith, hope, and love further each day an opportunity to know my love. Trust my plans and live to the full what I have in store for thee. Walk in faith, for I am preparing something better for you. I work behind the scenes, arranging everything for your good. Since my vision is better than yours, and my plans are better than yours, you will receive peace, good fortune, and hope. Do not feel discouraged by the surging many challenges you go through, for they are just but a passage. Assure yourself that the best is yet to be, and every step you take brings you closer to the full realization of my promises. Many times, you think you are not strong enough to live through whatever presents its challenge to you. I am telling you, you are much stronger than you can ever imagine, for it is in me that you draw your strength. Do not let the challenges make you forget who I am. When weak, remember that my power is made perfect in your weakness. I strengthen you, give you the vigor you need to continue, to resist, to move forward even if it seems impossible. You were created for a reason, molded by my hands, and there is nothing in your life that is ever wasted. Every obstacle is a room to grow and to learn, to become stronger. Don't look at the difficulties you go through in life as barriers, but as steps that lift you to a new level, nearer to where I want to take you. You can do so much more than you think you can because I am the force within you, the light that shall never die, the voice inside secretly whispering in your heart, yes, you can. Though fear comes with the territory of having tender emotions, do not let it control your thoughts or regulate decisions. Put the fear away, for I am in control. Nothing happens where I don't see. Nothing takes place where I cannot reach. In those moments when your fears will try to paralyze you, remember that I am the same one speaking the peace into your storms, ordering the chaos and reigning over all. So give me your fears and believe that even in the worst of unknowns, I am working this to your good. I know there are dreams in your heart. There are desires you nurture, lying dormant until the opportune time. Know that I care about your dreams and cling to your belief. Every dream that you carry, every desire that rises in your heart, I have placed in it. I know the plans I have for you. I am also working to implement those plans in your life at the right time. Don't let go of your dreams. Neither let them be put out by the difficulties. Believe. Continue dreaming because one more step is allowed, the one that will let you reach the fulfillment of the wishes of your heart. But when the winds of doubt blow, when it seems that things go not as you expected, remember that my love for you is immense, greater than any circumstance. This love forms the foundation of everything, the power that keeps you, the truth that liberates you. Nothing and nobody can tear you away from my love. No power in heaven, on earth, or under the earth can dissolve the cord between me and you. Do not forget that you are loved, and loved extremely and unconditionally. Such love never fails. Your troughs in life are not mere coincidence or random stumbling stones, but for a purpose so great. Every hardship, every setback that happens in your life is going to lead to something much greater than you could ever dream or imagine. For I see what you do not see, child. I'm using everything. Every trial is shaping you and preparing the way for blessings still to come. I want you to understand that the struggles you're going through now are simply tools to add to your faith in me and to work on your patience, leading you to be prepared for the future that holds great things. So when you feel like all the struggles in this life have overwhelmed you, remember I am just using them to change you, to bring you to a new place of knowing and faith. Sometimes, the biggest wars are simply those that occur right before the biggest victories, and I am preparing you for a victory that is going to be so much greater than you ever thought. Keep going ahead, knowing I am with you by your side guiding each step, and that every challenge is used for your good. Have faith in me because I am working to elevate you, putting you in a place of greatness where every hope and dream is fulfilled, and the grace you need is sufficient. When you feel weak, when it seems like there is no more strength to go on, remember that all you need is my grace. It is not you for them, but me and you. My grace is sufficient for you, that power that keeps you trying when you feel like crying. Anytime that you are feeling weak and overwhelmed, keep looking for me, because my grace is always available, always sufficient, lifting you and guiding you every step of the way. I am with you, holding your hand and guiding your steps. When it seems dark and you can't see your way, when you don't know which path to take, know that I am here with you, pointing to the straight way of righteousness. I am he who best knows you, what would be good for you, guiding with love and wisdom. Do not fear the unknown, nor be concerned about what is to come, for I am with you, holding your hand and will go forward with you into the future which I have for you. Be still and quiet your soul because I am in control. When everything around you seems in an uproar and life's problems are pressing you down, remember that I am in control of everything. Trust that nothing happens without my knowledge, nothing that eludes my plan. Believe that I work all things for your good, and let your soul find peace in me. Worry not about tomorrow, for I am already there, working the way out, tending to every detail. Trust in my presence, rest, and know that I am in control, and you are safe in my arms. Even in moments when words are so far away to describe how you feel, understand perfectly what is in your heart. When tears fall and your voice cracks, and silence seems the only answer you can give, I am right there, listening to your heartbeat. And I hear your heart even when you fall silent, with an understanding of the anxieties, fears, and desires you will never be able to put into words. I don't need you to talk in order to understand. I already know every thought and every emotion and every internal struggle. Each of these times when I come to comfort you, guide you, and offer peace to your soul, I know of. It is not with wise words and well-said prayers that it rests, but in turning to me to hand over your heart. Far more do I see in silence than with the eyes. Your thoughts I fathom, and I am always ready to answer to the deepest necessity of your heart. Though with words you are speechless, there I will be faithful, listening to your heart, bringing comfort to you, and restoring your hope again. I am the one who understands what is beyond words, and I am always near, ready to respond to the call of your heart. If this message has filled your heart with my love, my child, hit the like button as a reflection of the joy I've given you. Let others see your response. No matter how hard the storm that's taking over your life is blowing, I'm the anchor that keeps you steadfast. No matter what the storm, I'm the anchor that won't hold you down, the security that will hold steadfast. When the winds blow and the waves are high, and disorder seems to be everything around you, when chaos seems to take over you, keep in mind that I remain unchanged and unshaken, a sure foundation on which to build a life. My presence is constant, my strength unbreakable. I am always with you, holding you tightly so you are not overcome by the storms of life. I promise you this, your trust in me is not misplaced. The storms surely must pass, but I will be here, leading you into calmer waters, to a place of rest and peace. I am that rock upon which you can lean, that anchor holding you firmly even when all around seems to be falling apart. Fear not, for I am with you, and together we will weather any storm that crosses your path. My strength is yours, and nothing shall shake you while you are anchored in me. Victory is closer than you dream of. You may not see it now, but I'm working all things out for your good. Your moment of victory is approaching. Keep standing. Never let discouragement take over you. Do not fail, for I am with you, and you will receive victory for sure. Whatever you are passing through is just a phase, one chapter, and the story I've written over you ends in victory, strengthening you. Yes, I am with you, enabling you to start counting the victories. It is yours to take. It is within your reach. When you're feeling weak, when your strength appears to have run out, remember I'm by your side, providing whatever you need to go on. The victory you are waiting for is soon to come, and you're going to find that every single moment of struggling was worth it, all the shed tears. So walk on, Keep on believing because I'm with you, and your victory is sure. We will overcome together every hurdle, and you will see that I have been faithful to fulfill every one of the multitude of promises that I have for you. Trust in me, for I am your refuge. When everything seems to be falling apart in your life, when the world becomes a place of uncertainties, when fear tries to dwell in your heart, remember that I am with you. I am your rock, your unshakable fortress. You will confide in me when the gloomy clouds of despair linger over the blanket of hope. Trust me, for I am by your side, ready to hold your hand through tougher paths. Because among the rogues the anchor holds thee firm in faith in me, even in the strongest gales. When you feel your strength leaving you, then turn your eyes toward me, for I am with you to sustain and support you when you fall. I will never forsake you because my love is much greater than any stumbling block that may stand in your way. Trust in me and try to realize that every step in life breeds a greater chance for you to learn more, to be even closer to me. Listen to my voice. My voice guides you on ways of peace. Whereas the earth around you is being stirred in chaos and imperialism, my voice is truly a very gentle whisper bringing serenity to your heart. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for calamity, to give you a future and a hope. However, for these plans to be accomplished, you have to hearken to what I will say. Do not allow the distractions of life to drown out my call. Turn to me, and I will lead you beside still waters. Sometimes you feel lost, not knowing which direction to take, but I am your guide, the light that illuminates your path in the darkness. When you trust in my word and follow my guidance, you find the peace you look for, a peace the world cannot give but that I, your God, do. Trust in me, and you will quickly see that even in the most adverse circumstances, I can turn your life into a witness of my goodness and mercy. No matter how big the storm is that you are being confronted with, know that I am here. Remember that in times when fear wants to carry you away from me, I am more than any fear. Fear is but a shadow and has power only if you let it increase in your heart. Yet I am the light that dispels every darkness. When the moment of fear gets closer toward you, then call for me. I will grant you the courage required to lift yourself up against every challenge. Remember, you are never alone. I am with you every step of the way, leading with love and care, and of course, protection. In times of confusion, it is easy to come under the power of fear. Yet I ask you to trust in my constant presence. I am still with you even when your way is uncertain. Fear may try to pull you away from me, but it is faith that keeps you steady. Do not let doubts dominate you, for I am your shield, the one protecting you in every respect. Then the peace from me, which is beyond all understanding, a peace that only I can give, will keep your heart and mind as you trust in me. Your faith has in it the potential to work wonders in your life, as though a small seed, when sown and nurtured, grows up to be a huge tree giving abundance of shade and fruit. For with faith, you can move mountains, overcome obstacles that seem insurmountable, and achieve victories which hitherto appeared impossible. Your faith is a living force that connects you directly to me, allowing me to work miracles in your life. But remember, faith is not some sort of passive belief. It requires action. You must exercise the will to take a step in accordance with the faith put in me, to dare to run where there is no way out. I will stand with you in each act and each step that is taken in faith. Truly, when you have placed your complete trust in me, it is then you will finally allow yourself to experience the directions I give you, the places, all beyond your imagination, and the accomplishments, all beyond the wildest of dreams you may nurture. There is a gentle but compelling invitation in your heart to make me the center of your life. Putting me first, everything else falls rightly in place. I am your creator. To me, you reveal every desire, every need, and every deep yearning of your soul. Therefore, in allowance of placing me first in your life, you're no less than bearing out your faith but increasing the margin for me to have its full rendering and making in you. As it trusts in me, so one's life is changed. I do not ask riches, the sacrifice of things, but only your loyalty, your pure love for me. When you let me be the center of your being, you find a lasting quiet and a joy so independent of your environment. I am he who gives you strength in moments of weakness, guides you where you do not know where to go. Make me first, and I shall show you paths of light and truth. My love is eternal for you. It passes human understanding and love. I love you in a manner that is sometimes hard to truly fathom, yet it is most real and existent in every iota of your living. By opening yourself to this love, you allow me to enter into every aspect of your life and pour unlimited healing, restoration, and renewal. I am always with you, there to let me guide you with wisdom from above. Letting my love guide your life is the wisest choice you will ever make. Beloved, be my messenger of hope. Share this message with someone who is waiting for my touch in their life. I am the one who knows you, understands your pains, your fears, your dreams. In my love, you find security and meaning. I urge you to leave all your worries at my feet, to hand all to me. Let me be your guide, your counselor, your faithful friend. When you have let go to my love, then shall you be able to love others with the same intensity and purity, lighting your light and dripping with my grace when you walk. Never stop trusting, even should everything around fail. I am there, at your works, in your life, even now that you find it impossible to see. There is a purpose behind every challenge and a lesson behind every difficulty. I call you to endure, to be persevering, to keep your faith firm in me, as I am doing something wonderful in you. Maybe the ways you each chose for your lives didn't bring about what you had hoped for, but I, who see everything, have a greater and better plan. It is then, when the doors are closed and the storms seem infinite, that your faith is shaken and made firmer. Be not discouraged, for I am with you in all things. Be at peace, for beyond your wildest dreams, I am preparing something special. Do not give up, for what seems like a defeat today may be the beginning of a great victory tomorrow. For I behold the things you are blind to, and within your future are assured the best of days, for you are loved. I am in love with you more than any human being can ever love. I love you. There are no conditions attached. It doesn't depend on what you do or do not do. Just because you are mine, just because I created you in my image and likeness, I love you. In letting me take over your life, you find the purpose you were meant for. I'm teaching you the paths of peace, righteousness, and truth because I love you and want the best for you. Now, giving his life over to me is the greatest act of trust that there is. And when you let me take the wheel, when you're starting to put trust in what I want, well, then, that's when you really start to open up all the gates to a life that's powerful and very abundant. I do not promise that there will be no warfare, but I do promise that I will stand with you through every one of them, enabling and strengthening. My love gives you the strength to take the next steps toward the overcoming and the wonderful plans that I have devised for you. True abundance is not found in material wealth, but in me. Note, if you can take in that context, that when you seek the abundance I offer, you will find something infinitely more valuable than gold or silver. I present to you a life full of serenity, joy, and purpose. The true treasure is to know me, to live according to my statutes, and humbly submit to the power of my love to regenerate every aspect of your being. Do not be deceived to be satisfied with those things here on earth, for they are transitory. True abundance is eternal, and it is only I who can give it to you. I know your longings, and I know that you feel there is something missing, even when you have everything you need materially. And this happens because the true abundance is from me, not from the things the world offers. Now as you look, it is I who quenches the thirst within you, fills the void found in your heart. This bounty is poured out in a peace that surpasses all understanding, in a joy not dependent on circumstances, in a love that transcends all. It is in me that you will find happiness. I am the source of all joy, the reason your heart finds rest amidst the storms. Stop seeking elsewhere what can only be found in me. What the world gives is temporary happiness and is conditional with things around you. But what I allow to flow from your heart is eternal, firm, and unshaken happiness. And this is eternal life, that they might know you. To know me, to be connected to me means to tap into fullness of life, joy that cannot be taken away. Consecrate this happiness unto me. Turn to me through every moment, be it of sorrow or of joy, and you will see that my presence changes everything. I am your strength, joy, and peace, no matter the turbulence around you. When one is anchored in me, his happiness is unshakable. Be with me a joy, and you will understand how life acquires a new sense, a sense in which every single day is filled with opportunities to live my love and goodness. Trust in my wisdom, for I know all ways. Even when the horizon seems to be obscured and uncertainty surrounds you, I am preparing something great, beyond all imagination. For sometimes the doors close not because I am taking something away from you, but it is because I am preparing you for something way better. You can't really know because my wisdom is infinite, and I see what you cannot see. Trust me, and you will come to realize what kind of opportunities I put you into, far from what you have ever imagined they would be. There are moments that seem very hard, when the challenges seem impossible. It is in those very minutes that my wisdom shines the most. I lead you in paths that will make you strong, that will teach you, that will set you up for the future. In every step you take in faith, I open doors that you never believed were possible. Trust that in every situation I am working for your good, even when you can't see it. I long to speak with you. All I want is for you to hear me. Take my voice into your heart. All the time I'm there, waiting for that moment when you may turn your mind, turn your thoughts and attentions toward me. Amid pressures and distractions of the world, I am the one who offers peace and clarity. You note as you hear my voice that you are never alone, for I am with you, to guide and lay my hand upon you, to love you with an enduring love. My voice is as soft as a summer's breeze, but it has the force of dynamite. It calms you in the storms, guides you in those moments of indecision, and soothes your sorrow. I call you for listening, not to let foreign noise anywhere near, to drown what I have to say. Every word of mine is life. It is truth and love. I invite you to open your heart so you listen to what I have to tell. I'm here, always waiting for you, and I can't wait enough to tell you the secrets of my heart. I offer you shelter and peace in return. I only ask that you trust me. There is no storm that I will let drown you, no enemy that I will not defeat. In the moment that you give me your trust, you place yourself under my protection, surrounded by my peace that exceeds all understanding. You do not need to fear the future, for I am already there, preparing the way for you. Trust in me, and you will see that even in the most difficult circumstances, I am your refuge, your fortress. When the world outside seems to be crumbling, remember that I am your sure rock. I protect you from every seen and unseen danger, and my peace overshadows you like a mantle, which wraps around you and soothes your soul. Not for a moment will I promise not to give you difficulties, but in each of them, I do assure you that I will be there to hold your hand and get you through stormy waters. My peace is not at all similar to that which the world gives. This peace does not hinge on favorable circumstances. It is peace that holds, regardless of what surrounds you. Now, the path to real and lasting happiness is to allow me to be the center of your life. When I am there to take that place in your heart that is mine, everything else follows in line and in my place. I am your joy, and by being connected to me, that is where the joy comes in bucketfuls in your life. It is not a momentary joy based on events of the moment, but a joy which results from the knowledge that I am with you, that I am your God, and that I care for you in every detail. But when you put me first, then your whole life is transformed. Your view from the world becomes changed, and you start to see the world from my point of view. The joy I bring into your life is complete. Nothing can steal it away from you. Nothing, because it is based on me. So centering your life in me will teach you how to experience each day as new and full of my love, my goodness, my joy. Let me be your guide, and you shall see that true joy is to live in full communion with me. Listen to me before it's too late. In my heart, there is cry that says you would but be attentive to my words, not to let the time I give to you slip away. I'm always here, waiting for you. However, Time doesn't wait. They are opportunities to hear my voice, follow my ways, and not squander them. Don't put off until tomorrow what you should do now in the process of turning to me, because man doesn't know what tomorrow will bring. Now is time to act, to listen, to follow. What you are not seeing, I am seeing. What you are not yet knowing, I know. And that is why I insist so much on your listening. There are voices in the world which want to confuse you, that want to attract you away from me. But mine is the voice that gives to life, peace, truth. Do not wait until the circumstances have squeezed you, then holler for me. I am right here, ready to help and be with you in support. But it is your choice to hear me now, while you can. Every passing moment is a valuable time to delve deeper with me. I am always with you, yes, even through the storms that rage hard. No matter how hopeless a situation might seem to you, there is none in which I cannot turn things around. I am your strength when you are weak, yet your hope when all else fails, darkness in the nights, but I am the light that guides you through. I know that life can be hard and challenges can be great, but never forget that I am always with you. I am with you always, and my love for you doesn't ever stop. Whenever things get hard, remember that I am the one walking with you. I am your protection and your immovable rock. Nothing can separate you from my love, not adversities, not trials. I am here to hold your hand and strengthen you in every step you take. Trust in me, and you shall acquire the strength to overcome any obstacle. Never at any moment am I going to leave you behind. I will always be your God, your guide through love and compassion. Your loyalty before me is not unseen. For every act of faithfulness, every moment you choose to follow after my ways, I watch with great love. I see the effort, the dedication, and I tell you, all this is not in vain. Spiritual blessings that I have set forth for you are the reward for your loyalty. When you stand firm in faith, though shaken by adversities, I open the windows of heaven and shower upon you so many blessings, way beyond your imagination. The blessings are not only material, but spiritual also, which are the things that really make life rich. I give you serenity in the middle of turmoil, happiness while in sorrow, and strength when you feel so weak. It is your loyalty to me that is able to provide the key for you not to be broken, but rather to be firmly bonded to me. And it is just through this bond that I am able to guide you to the fullest life which I have in store for you. Be not discouraged, then, because at some point in time, you shall be rewarded for your faithfulness in transcendent ways of this world into spiritual wealth that does not fade away. When you feel weak, remember that no matter how much the path you are walking may hurt you, I am your strength. I am with you, he who sustains you, he who takes you in his arms in times of greatest need. I am your fortress and your support, and in me you find everything to continue. When thou canst not, then cry unto me, and I will give thee the strength to move forward. I will never leave thee in the middle of trials. I am thy refuge, thy safe place. I know thy struggles, thy fears, thy pains, and I am here, ready to help thee overcome each one. My presence means you will never be left alone. It means that with you always somebody will be present in which you can put trust, somebody who loves you for what you are. Connecting to me, you will discover the strength within that supersedes your capacity to help you get over any hurdle. Allow me to change your life today. The waiting time is over, the time to yield all to me, to allow me to work deep and lasting change in you, is here. I am here, ready to guide you on a path of renewal, restoration, new opportunities. My desire is to see you blossom not just materially, but in every aspect of your existence. This is the day of action, the full life that I have in store for you. I know that, at times, change can be intimidating, maybe even unsettling. But let me tell you, trust in me. I am with you through every step along the way. And when you let me work in your life, you will realize that everything that looked impossible before now becomes possible. I am the God who makes all things new, and that includes you. Today is a day to open your heart, to bid goodbye to what does not help, and to make way for the new that I have planned for you. I am calling, Can you hear me calling in your heart? It is gentle but very strong, a gentle coaxing, reminding you that I am here waiting for you. I am calling you unto a life of fellowship, nearness, and closeness with me. This time spent with me is of more worth than any other time, for in that time, you become renewed again, find meaning, and come back to the source of all life. Do not fail to hear this call, for within it lies the key to your fulfillment. Allow me to invite you to give me your time and your faithfulness. Every time that you do give to me, it is like a seed sown upon good ground that will grow, flower, and bear much fruit in your life. Your faithfulness towards seeking me and the investment of part of your day will pay off in ways you may not fully understand now, but will transform your life. Let it lead you to real relations, where mutual trust and unconditional love are the foundations. Respond to my call. I will then show you how a life full of all that I offer looks. The problems you undergo are not indicators of having left you, but my tool to form your life in a manner that exposes the potential I have placed in you. I only turn challenges into blessings. Every challenge, every hurdle, is the opportunity to set you on the opportunity to give something much better, which you will get only if you overcome it. Many times, it's through trials that greatest blessings come forth. I turn each struggle of yours into a potential chance of growth, into a door for new opportunities that will not only enrich your life in ways you are yet to fathom. Beloved, I am here to guide and uplift you with my words. Join this community by subscribing, and let my message of hope and love bring you peace and inspiration every day. For I see the effort you make, your problems each day, and I work them in for your good, using it all to help you be shaped into the character I planned you to be from the start. Then will the things that now seem the way that led you to a place of abundance, to more in-depth levels of faith and comprehensive understanding. Am not I the God who would have you take all that is evil and make it turn to your good? Sift the chaff of your troubles from your utter heartbreak, and by my hand from above be made anew, even as gold made pure in the refiner's crucible. Believe that every tear and every minute of pain is going to turn into a blessing beyond your imagination, and remember, I will be always with you, even to the end of time. No matter how dark the path may be or how lonely it may look, I am not going to leave you. My presence is perpetual, and my love for you is eternal. I walk with you every step of the way. In those moments of your abandonment, when you feel most forgotten, I am closest of all to take your hand, to guide you on a path most difficult, but leading to the greatest of all rewards. And my promise is to be with you in all things at all times. This I will never break. I am he who does not leave, who forsakes you not, even when it appears as though everything around you is falling apart. At the very moment of your deepest need, I am there, upholding you and providing you with that strength and courage to go on. By no means doubt either my presence or doubt my love. I am loyal and committed to guiding you to the finish. Trust in me, for I am with you today and always, and together we shall face whatever will be. Amen. My beloved child, won't you come sit with me a moment? There are things of great import that I must share with you about the path ahead. For ages untold, it seems, you have been walking this wilderness path around and around, stranded in pre-designed cycles that are not of my making. The etchings of weariness are drawn in your face, the dim-lit hope in your eyes. Do not fear, your wandering days have come to an end. Even this moment, you are coming to a main intersection, a turning point in this story that has been yours. It has come for you to decide if you will continue on this troublesome trail of old, or if you will join the hand that is reaching forward to lead you onto the road of promise. Look at the way you have walked thus far, littering the path behind you with heartache, broken dreams, and faded glory. How long have you plodded this dismal way, formed by those who came before? Generations without number have gone tether before you, fixed in fruitless cycles that only bring nothingness as their reward. The Prince of Darkness promised flattering shortcuts, roads that seemed right to your eyes, yet led only to ruin. Deceived by mirages of oases, you chased after wells that held no water. Dead ends wrapped you in bewilderment again and again. Yet you rose each dawn, hoping, yearning for breakthrough, and finding the same vistas. Do not despair. My child, freedom stands within your grasp, the deliverance from the wastelands which so long bound your soul in futility. The cycles that hemmed your days in endless repetition are shattered. You can never more afford to get lost within their confines. For, ahead, a fresh, wide expanse of terrain opens before you, a land that I have prepared for you, full of promise. New possibilities await your spirit's lift. Dreams long locked away now stir to wonderful life. Reserved blessings play like notes of an elongated, long-awaited symphony, yet even as your heart thrills with the possibilities unfolding before you, I see hesitation take root. The well-worn path at your feet offers cold comfort and familiarity. Its grim terrain covers the fears and falsehoods that long held you prisoner. To abandon it means yielding the last vestiges of self-rule. The unknown looms like an unmapped wilderness, holding trials your limited vision cannot foresee. You stand on the edge, teetering, poised on the very precipice of your own decision, wrestling between the call of independence and confidence in my guiding hand. Let me say directly, 'tis for the struggle churning within. Please submit your strong will to your own wisdom and might. Both shall utterly fail you in the journey ahead. For a path of promise, a new way of seeing is required, that childlike trust in my perfect plan. Without it, you will fumble in blindness and doubt, stumbling back into the ruts of your old ways. And haven't you seen the futility of that course already? All those years of fruitless toiling under your own power, all of the repeated failures that left you empty and exhausted. The enemy whispers it is safer to remain in known futility than to surrender to the mysterious unknown. He is a deceiver. His promises of security clothe nothing but perils and death. The call pulsing in your soul now bids you be of good cheer. No longer plod you the grim, bleak road of independence, fruitless from the start. Put your hand in mine and surrender yourself to me absolutely for my directing and good pleasure. The country ahead holds no terror for one who abides under my wing. The perils that are inconceivable to you are all naked and open to my sight. My light makes plain every step. The snares are manifested before your feet ever fall into them. You build all hard upon my strength, that never shall fail you. You drink of my living water, and you thirst no more. You feed upon the bread of my word, and you hunger no longer. You abandon yourself into my care, and you fear no more. The tempests will come, and the winds will howl, but in the shelter of my presence, you will find unassailable peace. This is the kingdom way. Beloved, the path of promise your heart longs for, yet fears to walk. It leads through green pastures and still waters, into the realms of glory your eyes have not seen yet. Wonders lay there that once filled your childhood dreams, before harsh reality took them away. Beauty you cannot take your eyes from, joy so full as to leave no desire unfilled, healing that floods the wounds scarred onto your soul, and freedom from shackles that took years to forge, awakening more thrilling than the first light of dawn. All these things I promise to you if only you would come to me. So, obviously, I ask you now, will you proceed up this waste way of vain pursuit and ruin, or will you take my loving hand and be led into the fullness of life promised of old? Think the options clear. The choice is yours alone, and at your hand will be the hour of decision. Encircles you, darling. Wastelands warn familiars behind you. Their circles of desolation are spent. In front of you, the view shines, drenched in colors and possibilities too beautiful to behold. Before you stands my whispered invitation, offered to your whole self. Come down this new road with me, dearest, as I reveal wonders beyond your widest imagination. You need only to have trust in my care, stretch your hand to mine. Then I will lead you into this fullness that before the foundation of the world I have prepared for you. My child, I see you standing at the crossroads of life. The paths before you diverge, and you must soon decide which one to take. For years, you have traveled familiar roads, roads your ancestors took before you, roads that seem simple and straightforward, even comfortable. Now, let me tell you this, though, if you keep on those well-trodden paths, what you're going to find is exactly where you started out. Yes, there are variations of scenery along the way, but the destination is essentially the same. It pains me to see my dear ones running round in circles of inadequacy and paucity, running always, getting nowhere, hoping for more, yet always getting more of the same in return. My heart grieves when your hopes are once again raised only to crash upon those rocks of impossibility, that you taste provision, only that the cup should be dashed from your lips, and that even partial blessings seem to spotlight all that is lacking rather than showcase all that has been given. For you see, my blessings bring no sorrow, my gifts bear no strings attached. I do not deal in partial measures nor in temporary solutions. I am the God of more than enough, forever overflowing in abundance, unlimited in supply. So let me just be straight with you. Beware of counterfeit comforts. The lesser gifts and loans this world extends to you will glitter and get in the way of your claiming full inheritance. Refuse to settle for a fraction of what I have already purchased, secured, made ready for you since before time began. Take the untrodden path, which uncovers not by the wisdom of this world but by the vision of heaven. A road that will lead to places where you have never been, blessings that you have never known, and an increase that is beyond your wildest dream. Conveniences of familiarity will be urging you to follow the familiar course, but more glorious things await on roads on which I lead alone, roads winding through wildernesses you've never trodden, those requiring complete trust in my provision, utter reliance on my good plans for you. To place your all in the hands of one you cannot see with human eyes in totally strange territory, with the still small voice your only guide, is disquieting. And yet is any pathway, arm in arm with the Maker, really an unsafe terrain? Would your Lord ever lead you into barren wastelands devoid of care and keeping? Have I not said by my prophets of old that rivers of the living water would flow in the driest desert to assure you? I will reveal unto thee secrets before thee, wonders which you have never seen with human eyes. I will pour blessings that you will find will be beyond any that this world could ever give unto you. I will show unto you the doors of the possibility. I'll show you how I divide seas of the difficulty. I am the one who takes mountains of impossibility and scatters them. I lead you into places which only I could conceive, which only I could enable you to go. It's your decision, child of mine, to keep walking in circles of these desolate trails, knowing every pothole and pitfall by heart, or let me lead you into places that are unknown, into abundance you aren't familiar with, into epitomes of blessing that are foreign, into frontiers of breakthrough that are anointed just for you. The choice is yours, but equally is my counsel, born of love. I designed you for more, my precious one, more than recycled pain, repeated lack, refurbished limitations handed down generation after generation. In my image, I designed you for fresh blessings, customized glories, a heritage of inheritance marked by firsts rather than repeats. But hasn't your soul grown sick of it, the same old struggles, the same old aches, the same old poverties brandishing your bloodline for decades untold? Are you not sick of fighting the same fights, crying the same tears, scratching out survival in the very same scarcities that starved your forefathers? Behold, I do a new thing, my child, new blessings, new victories, new joys, with your name written all over them. I know it is frightening to step off the precipice of the known into the unseen regions of faith, but I promise you, your time of testing will pale next to the wonders I have prepared for you. Your footsteps on paths you haven't traveled will give way to dancing on streets of gold. Your shivering nights in the wilderness will melt into warm embraces in your forever home. Walk the new ways I set before you, beloved one, ways lined with miracles and paved with grace, ways that may perplex other travelers content to plod the same tired trails, ways that feel unfamiliar as you learn to hear my voice above the noisy clamor of this world's empty options, but ways leading to long-awaited encounters with destiny, unlikely oases overflowing with blessings, tables set for you in the presence of enemies and waypavers alike. Child, it is time. Time to trade the trudging, endless march of futility for fresh courses charted just for you. Time to loose yourself from the shackles of limitations past and step boldly towards horizons bright with promise. It's time that you redirect your gaze from the circle of dusty roads at your feet and glimpse those soaring vistas of glory that await all who walk with heaven as their guide. You stand now at the threshold between the familiar and the unknown, trapped at the corner of more of the same and seasons of increase calling your name. What will you do when the moment comes? Whose voice will you listen to through me as I urge you to walk out of the paths of old? Will you go on blundering along that little weary ring with the least resistance? Or will you permit me to open the way to foray into wilder, more beautiful adventures than ever you dared to dream? Always your choice, but equally mine is the wisdom should you desire to tap into it, the strength that can hold you and make it through in a time of doubt, and my spirit that will train you through the pathways of abundance should you feel unclear at the very first. To be sure, all is left to your decision, but never forget that your shepherd's hands lovingly rest on your shoulders and are prepared to guide you through courses of righteous, prepared to reach out and catch you if ever you should stumble. For I know the plans I have for you, but I stand ready to give you a future and a hope, to pour out streams in the wilderness and rivers in the desert, to make a way where there seems to be no way. For nothing is too wonderful for me to give my beloved one, no destiny too astonishing for my children to claim, no adventure too extraordinary for those who walk in close step with their Creator. This is my heart for you. Dear, dear child, more than enough, new every morning, wells in the wasteland, streams where you least expect, my joy ever and always to pour out, bountiful blessings that remind you of how cherished you are, how delighted I am in you, how I sing over you with gladness and pride. You are the apple of my eye, engraved into my hands, written across my heart, exalted over as my treasured possession for all eternity. I've prepared good works for you long before this day, paths that lead to life and freedom and purpose. Your part is to trust me, one step at a time. Yesterday's stories tell of doubt and fear. You have put on my divine nature and share in my resurrection life. Heaven's perspective and heaven's resources are yours by faith. From this high place you are seated, and you clearly can see the ends of the earth. Nothing is a problem. Take the authority given in your hands, and speak light into the foggy paths of confusion. My vision is clear and unfailing. For long generations my children have had to settle for scraps and to dwell in the outer courts of my goodness. But the veil is torn, the way is open now. You may live in the inner sanctuary of my presence and know me face to face. Ask, listen, draw from my unlimited resources. Don't settle for partial when my wholeness awaits. The walls of untruth will not hold where the atmosphere of life in abundance is. Believe once again the truth about who you are in me, chosen, loved, filled with my spirit of wisdom and power. Fear shall not rule in this place, only my love that casts it out. You will not find legalism but grace upon grace, as you begin to fathom all I have made available. Courage to go deeper. Further still, the old mindsets can't contain all that I pour in. Spilling out new wine, new containers come hungering for more of me. Stand in awe, do not doubt, for I do a new thing in your day. Generations of captivity end with you, my child. No more shall you be submitted to the tug of old family curses seeking to pull you back. Their power is broken as you surrender your life into my hands. The cycle stops here. So now, child of destiny, set your heart to listen as I hand you your unique prepared path, trodden long before, in order that your feet go forth to walk into a glorious inheritance. My beloved child, come walk with me on a path where your love for me will grow ever deeper. Press the join button and be a part of a family that seeks my heart together. Together, we will nourish your spirit and strengthen your faith. Today, the excuses end. You may no longer say, I don't know the way. For now I live within you to guide your every step. This battle has already been fought and won. Only believe and receive this victory as yours, now. Even when fear knocks on your door, or confusion tries to cloud your mind, you will know who you are and whose you are. In your weakness, my power expresses itself as strong. So don't be shaken, only believe. Nothing is impossible for those who have faith in me, and if for a moment you fall, my grace reaches down to lift you again. Soon your faith will be firm, rooted on the unshakable rock of my faithful love. One day you will look upon these trials with joy, knowing they built within you a trust that shall endure. I am changing you. Have I not promised this long ago through my prophets? Not one word will fail, but all will come to pass. The way may wind through difficult places, but fear no evil. My rod and staff watch over you, and you bear my name. Every step will get you deeper into my glory. And if threats rise up, tempting doubt or fear, take your stand upon my promises and face each obstacle with praise. Worship awakens my power and silences the lies. This hope is alive within you, an inextinguishable flame. No darkness can overcome. You are my workmanship. Not one is lost when offered up into my care. Allow me to mold you without friction into my perfect plan. Be like clay, taking the form I have especially designed for your highest joy. Yield wholly that my fullness may dwell in you and overflow into other lives. Yes to the call resounding since eternity over your life. No more missing the signs and appointed times. Now is the time, and all you have to do is believe and align every fiber of your being with me. Mountains will fall, chains will break, and then, suddenly, the new wineskin pours out, and you run without limit into all that I've ordained. You beloved child have found your purpose, prepared from ancient times for this climax of the ages when all that was promised shall be fulfilled. Don't settle for less than my fullness. It all depends where you fix your sight, on transitory scenes that pass away or on unseen eternal realities birthed in your life through the vision of faith. Lift your eyes. The fields are ripe unto harvest about you. Do not shut yourself in with doubt anymore, nor hide your light because it is too small. It takes only a spark to set a world aflame. While you are pouring out yourself to minister to others, I am pouring into you rivers of new life. Freely receive that you may freely give. Despise not the day of small beginnings, but rejoice. Mustard seed faith will move impossibility mountains when it is rooted in my word. Cling to the visions spoken over your life when first you heard my call, holding it tightly. For 1,000 years is in my sight but a day after yesterday, and so, though it tarries, wait, for it shall not tarry. But I have set your roots deep in me within this lonely place. Sweet are fellowships. My child, today is the time to manifest. When my life in you springs up like a visible, watered garden and produces much fruit to feed multitudes. Now the sapling grows into a tree of righteousness, my dwelling place. Under the branches, the nations will find my healing shade. No more hiddenness. I am taking you public with the gifts prepared for this very hour. What you've spoken in darkness will be proclaimed upon the housetops. My spotlight of favor shines upon you. My glory rests as a canopy over your life. You will never lack for my presence or my provision as you continue to abide in the peace I give that rules your heart. This secret place with me is where fears and anxieties melt away as you share your heart and make your ways known to me. So day by day, allow your strength to be renewed by waiting on me. Let my living word wash your mind, pulling up the weeds of wrong thinking or false belief. Plant deep my promises. They shall take root and in due time bear much good fruit. As you live closer and closer to me, your harvest of blessings will appear. Ask largely, expect largely, and receive largely. Every moment is under divine supervision and has unlimited divine possibilities. Heaven's storehouses of blessings are fully open to you right now. Reach out both hands in faith to take hold of more than you can now imagine or think to ask. For I can do far more than all you ask or imagine, according to my power working mightily in you. Say amen to this mighty work underway this moment. Lift up your voice with merry gratitude for what I am founding, even when you cannot yet see the fullness. Faith sees the unseen and gives thanks. Therefore, silence the voices of doubt, delay, and limitations seeking your allegiance. Put no confidence in past failures or defeats. Appoint your eyes on the unseen eternal, now pouring into the present by me. Old labels and mindsets wither away. You are no victim of circumstance, but my beloved child. As I gaze on you, in you I see Christ, my hope of glory. The seed inside is not to be contained. As new life boldly pushes its way up, then death is swallowed up in victory. Every dark history now bows down to this light exploding in and around you, full of my resurrection life without measure. Nothing remains the same as my power touches and transforms. Believe again for this gospel to be manifested in your day, far above and beyond what you ever asked or would have thought possible. Do not cut short my work for me through small expectations, For those whom I have chosen, enter my story, whereby time and matter yield to the eternal. Now bursting as the dawn to inhabit your life, new hope against hope. For I am the God of impossible miracles, of dormant life awakened after 4 days in a grave, of paths cut through infinite roaring seas and deserts on fire for my beloved ones. Raise your towering cry of faith, for I break in on your life with newness. Nothing is too hard for me. Align yours and my vision that had one start before time began when I saw all your days, and ordained before you took your first breath, each step into my glory and purpose. Now, time travel that ancient vision into the now with resurrection life, to revive long-buried promises and wake the gifts prepared for you from the foundation of the world. Child, hold fast to my vision spoken over your life. Into the womb of those vision seeds, I breathe my life. I open your eyes to see again from heaven's view. This new day births in you the fullness of my Son. His transforming grace reaches into the deepest recesses of your inner life, into secret chambers of hurt and failure now lit by my healing light. It is in my vulnerability, standing here before you, that the life flow of repentance and audacious faith bursts forth to manifest my resurrection power in you now. We are one in my eternal plans, as you turn your partial sight over to faith's vision, to see in the dark, and the unseen bridge in between heaven and earth forever held the past, the present, and the future into this most precious moment of our being one. See your life anew from my view, my beloved. Your moments are laced with divine potential to walk in the path that I have uniquely chosen for your feet. Do not say, I cannot, for with me, all things are possible to those who believe. Speak this gospel of mighty, I am into your day no matter how things may appear here. Call those things not now seen into present substance through surrender and bold decrees of faith. As you speak my word, it shall not return void but run swiftly to perform my purposes in you and through you. Raise up my banner of faith high over your life. Underneath this canopy, miracles unfold. March now where you once only followed the crowd. Take ground once thought impossible, for my kingdom is now forcefully advancing through your life. No more hiding in caves. Dear child, if this message has touched you, express your gratitude by pressing the like button. Let it be a sign of your connection to my love. When you walk through public corridors, your countenance, shined upon by my face, heralds the presence of me. There is no more fear within, for those who are going to be released are still bound in lies and unbelief. In me, alive, you have the authorization, and you have the power. Send forth me to those who are still in despair of life and hope in this hour, plundering dark strongholds. Lead them out to live in hopeful expectancy, discovered in me. Show them, by your living, the way of living. For in giving your life away, you step deeper into the revelation of one with me. Look again at the nations shining with my light and life through all those whom I am awakening in this hour to usher in my day of harvest. The promises long awaited are now flowering into reality. All creation is on tiptoe, awaiting the revealing glory soon to be mine through my vessels of honor, prepped for battle. Shout aloud with a mighty shout for what I am doing among the nations in these last of the last days. You are alive at this hour on purpose to be a living demonstration of a resurrected life without measure, as my testimony radiates from the very core of who you are. All shall see it and take new courage, not pep talk or therapy, but radical demonstration of my all-conquering love, channeled through redeemed lives, to shake up unbelief across the earth. No room for doubt or hiding when clothed with my glory manifested through you. Signs and wonders shall follow the commissions to which I have called you. Only speak my word boldly. Just believe. Miracles affirm and confirm to all the authority given to you in my name. Rivers now flow out everywhere you walk in surrendered trust to me, bringing life and renewal. No longer sit at the gates passively, but rise up healed and whole to walk the gospel message, vividly displayed through a life offered up to reveal more of me, abandoned fully to the call, and unafraid to give answer to relentless love that compelled me to the cross to purchase your freedom and joy. I have chosen you to bear my name wherever you go. You are here to be a meticulous dresser of my grace, here to wake up sleeping people to all the higher and better of me. Discover anew who you are and why you are here. Your moments are all embedded in pages of a living story, each still being written as you learn to walk life step in step with me. Hear with great precision the whisper of my wisdom. Waste not a step, except on my holy ground, unless you are fully convinced that I have ordained your path. You are learning well the sound and sight of heaven invading earth through a surrendered life. These training moments fashion you into a sharper arrow in my quiver. Much lies just ahead at this climax of the ages, though dimly perceived through mortal sight. But, child, my vision is sure, seeing through and beyond all that must yet unfold upon the earth. Able to walk light carrying an eternal weight of glory, there is perspective squarely under your feet. You are but visiting this broken planet for a breath, an adventurer, an ambassador heralding another reality anchored safely beyond mortal reach in heaven's glory, now walking among men. Take time to learn that which is from above and that which has its spring from below. My child, you need to understand that the life I have gifted you with will be a lightness, guiding people through the lies and deceits that shadow the minds of humans. Stay very close to purity, truth, and honor with all your heart, for these are but a reflection of me. Do not go into the darkness that masquerades as the light. Speak forthrightly the truth that my word is, and let it dissolve the lies that stand in opposition to it. Know that to you it has been given the power of authority in unseen realms, granted to affect earthly occurrences, for bringing forth the grand design in those who remain true for my glorification. Now give me everything, your entire being, as a canvas of divine creativity. This is a time of unending possibilities. Let my word change the way you think. What I have in mind to do is not possible to be withstood by the old restraints in a life totally surrendered to me. Take down the barriers, create space for me, and I will immerse you with more than enough of my presence. In me, you have everything you need, and only through a life meekly anchored in me. My blessings can flow without being a taboo. I invite you up into a higher place next to me where you will in full stature and authority. My kingdom is established upon the earth as it is in heaven. Come forth, for I have doors wide open that were once hidden from you. Come into your inheritance, a legacy purchased at a great price. Waste no more time, for your destiny awaits your fully awakened life. The barriers shall pass away as you declare my name. Walk in your divine call, for I have certainly prepared the way for you. Embrace the journey, for through it you shall realize, by my name and through your faith, the fullness of that which I have in store for you. Beloved, now do I speak unto thee in love and great abundance in every area of thy life. Tune your ears now to hear what I, the Lord your provider, am speaking. The time of lack and desperation has come to its conclusion. A time of crying for my provision and breakthrough has been ushered forth into the ebbs and flows of a new era of my supernatural supply and overflow. You have sowed tears and prayers, crying out for change. You will now reap joy, more blessing than you can contain. My scarce days start concluding. My abundant life starts bursting forth. The term abundance would instantly conjure up in one's mind that it is related to money and material things. However, the prosperity I am bringing has so much to do with earthly riches and material possessions. Expect an overflowing of one's relationships, spiritual fruitfulness, vibrant health, emotional stability, clarity of mind, and supernatural peace and joy. Every part of your life will blossom, spirit, soul, and body. Wholeness and increase are expected in any area, in everything. You flourish to the uttermost as you walk with me in deeper intimacy, as you fellowship with my spirit and dine on my word. The abundant lives promised are multidimensional, far surpassing anything you have ever thought up. There have been so very many who, along with you, have been stalwart in faith, believing my promises through tears of discouragement and pain. My faithful ones have cried out desperately in this season of hardship and lack. Their knees have calloused as they lay down at my throne, interceding for spouses, children, finances, health, and more. In a chorus of one accord, their hearts sang, "Lord, how long until you bring breakthrough?" I congratulate these beloved ones who have persevered in prayer and have fought the good fight of faith concerning my promises. even when the circumstances seem to be contrary to my word. Therefore, at last, the day of rejoicing, with the answer to prayer, has begun to break. Behind the scenes, as my people have been holding on to unfailing promises of mine, a great dam of blessing has been filling up. Their non-stop praying and praising, while under constant duress, created such a massive reservoir of provision, deliverance, and vindication, kept in holding, waiting for the moment I say, now is the time. That moment in time has come at last. The dam holding the overflow of heaven's plenty has been filled to the brim. The walls can no longer contain the weighty accumulation of all I intend to pour out upon my faithful ones. Let me tell you that today this dam is breaking. An incredible torrent is about to break, for there has been a massing of my blessing behind that wall, and as my people have continued to walk in faith in the face of all opposition and with the delay, then an exponential increase of my provision has compounded beyond expectation. Now suddenly, and fully in answer to my timing, the dams will burst as my abundance overruns all restraint. It shall be that what was held back will now burst upon this sphere of your people mightily. You will receive divine strategies, resources, answers to prayer, financial increase, streams of miracle manifestations. All this will spill on you like water when the levees break under the weight of my intentions over you. Beloved, I am here to guide and uplift you with my words. Join this community by subscribing, and let my message of hope and love bring you peace and inspiration every day. My servant Daniel had been in a season of severe fasting and seeking my face through prayer and consecration. On the 21st day of denying himself, focusing all of his energy on my purpose at hand, I dispatched from my throne a very great messenger, with quite an answer to Daniel's humility and cries for understanding. That very dispatching of that angel mirrors what is happening right now in the spirit for your benefit. Similarly, now at the beginning of your time for intense seeking, ministering angels have been commissioned, carrying scrolls and heavenly strategy for any breakthrough you may need. Then he told Daniel, as soon as you began to seek understanding and to humble yourself before your God, your words were heard, and I have come in response. That, again, confirms what I would want you to know. Right from day one of your crying out to me with earnestness and humility, it was heard, and I began to react. This process has already been engaged in heaven. The covenant guarantees have been invoked. My ears are finally attuned to the voices of my righteous ones. I immediately heard and acknowledged the first whispers of your focused, faith-filled prayers. I am not slow in hearing or responding, as some count slowness. In fact, same-day answers were dispatched with resounding affirmations from my heavenly court. Be assured that, though it has taken time to manifest in the physical, a breakthrough has already been sanctioned from heaven. The ark of all those accumulated blessings will suddenly burst upon your landscape with might, like a dam overflowing into your circumstances, as if it were happening out of the blue. However, know this deep inside your heart. The prayers were heard and the answers dispatched right from day one. Only patience and expectant trust is required to see such inevitability of overflow. As it was with Daniel, so remain the course in expectant prayer and consecration until you see a culmination. Though you see it not, the cogs have been set in motion for divine delivery concerning your heart's desires. Continue humbling yourself before my majesty and believing for miraculous manifestation. Soon your faith shall give way to sight as my abundance crashes over your life. Divine strategists have been licensed to assist you. Legions of angels stand armed and ready to clear the path before you. Storehouses have been tapped in preparation for the appointed hour for release. Therefore, lift your gaze to the hills of heavenly promise from whence your help cometh. Lift up your shield of resolute faith against every arrow that is trying to dissuade your anticipation. The siege is coming to an end. The period of lack is closed by the invasion of my superabundant supply that breaks through the limitations of the enemy. I have awesome plans to prosper you, my beloved, giving you a hope and future of increase. I'll provide much more than enough for every demand that comes your way, with some left over, so you can be a conduit of blessing to many. And I am setting a table before you, a lavish, overflowing supply in the very presence of every limiting force and lack-filled expectation that the enemy would set before you. I anoint your head with oil of joy, gladness, break the spirit of heaviness. Your cup of blessing will eternally overflow with tangible substance of heaven's abundance. I am more than able to do the superabundance above every highest thought and most impassioned request, according to the phenomenal potentiality of power on deposit within you by virtue of our eternal union. No expiration exists concerning the manifestation of your wildest dreams. Ask largely, think extravagantly. There are no caps on what I can perform or boundaries on what you can believe to receive from my hand. I urge you to enlarge your vision to align with my big dreams for you. You have barely tapped into the reservoir of potential within your recreated spirit. Time with me is expanding your horizon beyond what has been and awakens in you the ability to cooperate with me in miracles you could never on your own fathom. This relational mingling enables you to long for the quality of breakthrough I long to pour into your life. So bathe in my word until my thoughts are incentivizing your consciousness, flooding and overwhelming your wildest imagination. My truth shall set you free experientially to receive every extravagant blessing I have planned for you before time began. The ceiling of possibility shall vanish as your mind continues its renewal. For I intend to do for you immeasurably more than the greatest exploits recorded in my word. The key to this increase is unwavering time spent with me. As your eyes fixedly stay on my glory, so your desires will turn into agreement with mine. You will start longing for the promises of mine that until now sounded impossible. Dear one, calibration of your dreams is directly proportional to the depth of our relationship. First, discovering the depths of my love for you. This is the doorway to overflow. Behold, I am enthralling your heart and causing you to awake, even unto the realization of all that I have in preparation. All of my resources are accessible to those who know me and carry my purposes within the heart of hearts. I am extending your vision and then bringing into being the very longings, those birthed deep within you. Be assured, it is my great delight to bless my people abundantly. Now, therefore, rise in faith to receive your inheritance, prepared for you before time was. Allow me to capture your mind and vision into the realm of the Spirit, where revelation outpaces any imagination. Set your heart totally on me, and so refuse every limitation. Stretch out the hand of audacious faith and embrace all that I intend for you. Yes, shouts of joy, victory, and abundance will soon resound within your dwelling as you witness firsthand the breaking forth of my promise to all who dare to believe. Nothing remains impossible when calibrated to the power that raised Christ Jesus from the grave. All that I have decreed shall burst mightily into the realm of visible manifestation at my appointed hour. Rejoice, my faithful one, the dam is bursting. After years of standing in faith and persevering prayer, this is your harvest of blessings. The appointed time is upon you. An outpouring of all you have cried out for is here. Heaven's windows are flung wide open, and oceans of supply are flooding the atmosphere over your life. Abundant blessings are raining down with kingly assistance to see it established within your sphere. Open wide your arms, child, to receive the abundant life promised to you. Victory is yours. Breakthrough has come. Divine alignment shall thrust you into postured moments where earthly possibility intersects heavenly potential, and my kingdom shall be moved mightily through you as my abundance overtakes you. Beloved, be my messenger of hope. Share this message with someone who is waiting for my touch in their life. Amen.